This episode brought to you by Proactive's new Ark of the Covenant. Literally melt away years and years of age. 9 out of 10 dermatologists said, my face is melting!
Hey everybody, we're about to watch Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you are listening to Miscast Commentary.
Yes, you are.
You're listening to Miscast Commentary, where two guys have seen way too many movies and have way too much time on their hands.
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. I'm all out of bubblegum.
Now here's your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray.
Hey everybody, welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Finley.
And I'm Todd Tebow the Sailor Murray.
And we are proud to bring you another old favorite, another classic, another mega smash, another blockbuster, another 48 hours.
Ooh, yeah.
No, silly. We're not doing that. We're scared of Nick.
Not?
We're scared of Nick Nolte.
I'm terrified of his red-faced mania.
God damn it, Eddie Murphy.
Oh, man. This reminds me of my childhood.
But let's instead watch the movie I said at the beginning. Let's watch some Raiders of the Lost Ark.
All right.
There's only one way to watch it. We have to not do it yet because I haven't muted it.
Hey, where you going?
Oh,
There he goes, everybody. God love him. Look at him digging around. Kicking old needles and cigarettes butts out of the way.
I know,
This
I should
fucking place
really-
is trashed.
I should really find a better spot for all my old needles considering I'm a father.
Dead cats everywhere. All right.
All right.
Pressing play.
Was it gonna be?
Now? Now.
Here we go.
The second time I said now was the real one. Here we go.
So
This is a classic movie, man. I have not seen this movie in so long. I'm really excited for this.
I know, me too. And I like, this is one of those like early movies to do that kind of like go from the logo into the film thing with the Paramount logo.
Yes, or like when it's the globe and it zooms into whatever city they're in. There it is, Raiders, baby.
Yeah.
Where it all started.
Oh, so good. In like all the DVD box sets and stuff now, it'll say Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark, but the original title was always just Raiders of the Lost Ark. That was really just
I
a
like the
box set
font
thing.
that they're using here.
It's a sweet font. I would say top 5 fonts of all of the movies we've ever done.
Ooh, you got that right, man. That's a top 5 list for you. Alfred Molina.
Yeah, you forgot? He's like the first guy in the movie.
Oh, he plays Indy for a while, and
Yeah.
then they recast him. They're like,
Yeah.
Alfred, I don't know, man. This isn't working out for me.
So let's right off the bat, Steven Spielberg and George Lucas team up to make this thing. We actually talked about in the Star Wars episode that they kind of worked out the script for this while they were
one
on
weekend.
vacation during
Yeah.
during the opening weekend of Star Wars because he didn't want to be there.
Oh, yeah, he
So-
was scared. He ran off to an aisle to cry on Spielberg's shoulder.
So now the
Holy crap, look at this
Yeah.
big face! This guy was not prepared.
No, they didn't tell him what he was going to see. They just
You think that maybe if he's like a tour, he was like, but did you see the hat? He was clearly some guy that just was like, hey, I'm here too. Can I come along for the ride? My tour guide fucked off.
Here's one of many UK guys playing somebody else.
Oh, there he is right
there's
there.
Alfred Molina.
Doesn't even look like Alfred Molina.
No. Well, because he's like thinner and young. It's like we're used to seeing him as
Lawrence Kasdan. Yo, I think he's writing, he's on board to write the new one.
No, he's done writing now, but he's written the Han Solo movie. Was the last movie that Star Wars that he has any
I'm
plans of
sure that
writing.
when I read about that they were doing a new Indiana Jones, his name was on there
Oh,
somewhere.
he's a producer.
Well, Spielberg needs fucking help producing it. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
well, no,
yeah.
they throw the EP name on friggin' everybody.
So, whoo, boy, you've been juicing. Look like you just bit into a peach or something. You've been spitting.
Yeah, well, you just had pop.
Woo, man, that was a good one. I like that. That's juicy. Hope you like it juicy out there because we're bringing it hot and sturdy.
But yeah, anybody who doesn't know Alfred Molina, he was obviously Dr. Octopus in Spider-Man 2. He was lots of other things. He was in, actually yesterday I watched Species.
Oh my lord.
Which just made me laugh.
You mean your erection watched Species?
Yes, I did. I was.
You got some
well,
work
what was
done.
worse is I was literally at work.
Sweet.
It was.
You know what? If you're gonna kill time somewhere, man, Species is it.
There it is. He was also in the Da Vinci Code, Identity, Chocolat, Boogie Nights, Maverick. He was in Coffee and Cigarettes, the Jim Jarmusch.
Mm-hmm. I've seen some of it on TMN or something.
Yeah. So, yeah, he's in lots of stuff. This was actually his first movie role.
Oh, we didn't even get to see him before. Right now, there he is out of the shadows. Harrison Ford. Look at this. Look at that 5 o'clock shadow.
Harrison Ford. Again, he was Spielberg's first choice to be Indy, not George Lucas's, because he had just used him twice in a row.
Right.
And he didn't want to use the same guy over and over and over again.
Right.
So he wanted Tom Selleck. Tom Selleck couldn't do it because of his commitment to Magnum PI.
His commitment to his mustache. Like,
Yes.
you're going to have to shave that. He's like,
I don't know. There's no way.
He didn't answer. The mustache answered.
The mustache would have played Sala in this movie. But yeah, so
salad.
they were looking at a lot of different people at a lot of different times. They talked to people. Jeff Bridges turned down the role.
Jeff Bridges as well?
Yeah.
Good. Way to go, Jeff.
Yeah. But then the
That would
people,
have been right.
again, very similar to the Han Solo thing, a wide range of people, and some of the same people who could have been Han Solo. Nick Nolte was considered. Steve Martin was considered.
What?
But he chose to do Pennies from Heaven instead.
Good call,
Yep.
Steve.
Yeah, you did it. Bill Murray
Wow.
dropped out of...
I think that anybody that was big at the time, they're just like,
Yeah.
hey, maybe this guy.
Probably. And he never really let himself be in contention because he was on Saturday Night Live at the time.
Right.
He couldn't do anything about it. Chevy Chase, Tim Matheson, Nick Mancuso, Peter Coyote from E.T. and all that good stuff. And
Coyote.
Jack Nicholson. He was like the dad or whatever.
Nicholson. You see Nicholson chewing it up?
Oh, Jesus
None of
Christ.
this set would even fit. His fucking ego would be taking
would
the
just-
room up.
Yeah, he'd just like tell the boulder to go eat a dick.
That was me.
Yeah.
We live in Tick fucking City here
Yeah.
in this town.
Yeah.
And that was me the other day. Ticks everywhere.
Oh my God.
They weren't snakes. You don't give a fuck.
This was literally the first thing Alfred Molina ever shot for a movie was this
They
spider
look real
scene.
too.
Yeah. Well, no, they
just
were. No, they're
wipe it
100%
off.
real. They were.
a bunch of
Yeah.
giant spiders.
When they put all the spiders on him, they weren't moving. So to get them moving, they put a female on, and then they all went kind of cuckoo bananas.
I hope no tarantulas were harmed in the filming of this movie.
Yeah. Oh,
Nobody
tons.
even gave a fuck
They were
in
literally
the-
just
like, in the
stomping them
fire.
out. They're like, we don't
Is-
want any kid like.
Which
No
no,
loose
like
ends.
in the Spielberg timeline? When was this one?
This
Ooh.
was his third blockbuster. He had
So,
done other movies.
What was for Jaws? Was his first?
Jaws
big
was
one.
his first big one.
Well, then what was next?
Close Encounters.
The third kind, and then this one.
Yes.
So this is possibly the second summer blockbuster of all time.
Yeah.
Unless somebody else in between Jaws and this one jumped on board and threw something out.
Could be, but to give you a little idea, so he directed in consecutive years. He did this. He did the Twilight Zone movie. He did Temple of Doom. He did The Color Purple. All like within 5 years. He
Wow.
just boom, 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 boom. And then prior to that, he had done Jaws, Close Encounters, and he did 1941, which wasn't as big a success.
He did Twilight Zone.
Well, he did like one of the, like it's in segments. He
He did one of the segments.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch that again.
Yeah, I haven't seen it in a long time. But Spielberg, 10 of his movies have been nominated for Best Picture. 8 of his movies are in the book 1,000 Movies You Have to See Before You Die. 6 of his movies are in AFI's 100 Most Heart-Pounding Movies. And he also, because he was such a big Bond fan, and he's always wanted to direct a Bond
Yeah,
movie.
why did they ever let him direct a Bond?
I don't know. He said he wanted to do one, and actually this was George Lucas pitching him this instead. He's like, how about a new Bond?
He's
Where
okay.
he's like this
Okay,
new-
so it was that weekend where he's like, "Man, my movie's gonna blow," and he's like,
Yeah.
I want to direct a James Bond."
They were having a weird...
Like,
They were having a weird pout fest, and they're like, maybe we should have brought our wives.
When they pout, money just flows
Like
out of
nothing.
tear ducts, anuses, dribble holes, wherever, man. Money.
But his love for Bond got him to cast a lot of Bond actors. So he has directed 15 different actors from different Bond movies.
Spielberg.
John Rhys Davies, who was in The
Yeah.
Living Daylights,
Yep.
is in this movie.
Oh, yeah, he was in The Living Daylights. Well, he also
Yeah.
did the new Bond in Road to Perdition, right?
Oh,
Daniel Craig.
Daniel Craig was in. He was also in Munich.
Munich. Maybe I'm
There was
thinking Munich.
Yeah,
I think he's in Road to Perdition as well, though.
could be.
He's good.
And Christopher Walken was in Catch Me If You Can, and
Oh, you
all sorts of people.
live and let die. He was a great bad guy. I think that was the
Oh,
one.
yeah.
I've always wanted to do this. They switch
Oh, it was-
something,
yeah.
swap something out. What a classic scene, man. Who
wasn't-
came up with this? Lucas?
I have no idea, to be honest. It wasn't Live and Let Die. It was For Your Eyes Only.
For Your Eyes Only.
He was in. I never knew. I was reading up on that statue today. The statue is actually a fertility statue. If you actually look, it's a woman who's like squatting, giving birth.
Oh, she's not giving birth, buddy.
She's not.
That's not fertility either. It's about taking good craps. That is a statue for good bowel
Yes.
movements.
Yeah.
Eat your fiber, get a lot of
Cap and a
water.
squat.
Don't get shot with a poison arrow.
I wonder if there are any temples that are actually like this that have traps and stuff, or is that?
You know what? I would really like to believe there is.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, how the hell? You know what I mean? Whether they come up with this stuff back then, there must have been something moving parts, and there's no time.
Oh, hell yeah.
What a dick. Is he? Is that guy a fucking Nazi?
No,
That's
just,
the worst. You know what?
Just a Mexican.
The fucking
He's not a Mexican. I don't know where he's South American of some
surprised
kind.
he made it that far.
Yeah.
It's always they're always stealing it. They're always like, watch from afar as Dr. Jones goes through all the things, and then when you're walking out, I steal it off you.
Yeah, pretty much.
Those filthy Nazis.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh.
He accidentally hit Spielberg right in the eye on that one.
Nothing made me happier. I was when I was at Disney last time.
Oh, there he is.
love it.
Look at that.
Like, that's
How
good.
is this movie PG?
Yeah, exactly.
This is what. Okay, so like for the longest time, I should have looked it up, but like
Yeah.
I whatever, maybe I did. Mm-hmm. But Brian De Palma had here we go.
Oh.
Brian De Palma had the biggest issue.
You
with-
mentioned this
with Spielberg and the Indiana Jones movies, because every time a Indiana Jones movie comes out, at the same time a Brian De Palma movie comes out, and the Indiana Jones movie is way more violent and dark, and they still give him almost an X. So he had the biggest. He was always pissed off at Spielberg for years.
Yeah.
Especially Temple of Doom.
Yeah, that little stumble that he has there was actually an accident. He did 10 takes where he outran it every time. The boulder where he didn't trip or anything like that. Ooh. And then the one where he tripped is the one they kept just because it seemed to make more sense.
Of course.
Yeah.
Here he is.
It's Paul Freeman playing Belloc or Beloche, depending on who you talk to. Not a really impressive resume. He seems like a guy who'd be in a lot of different stuff.
Right.
Like he was in the TV show Falcon Crest. He was in the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers movie.
Ooh, the new one?
Well, no, like the first
He plays
one.
Becky G.
The original cast.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then he was in the movie Double Team.
Is this guy a Nazi?
No, actually, there's
sounds...
we'll go into it a little bit after, but
Okay.
there's a great fan theory about him
Ah.
that really that actually holds up.
You asked, like, do they really have temples like that? I would like to
Yeah.
know, do they really wear that kind of thing in the jungle?
It's exclusively.
Is that, this? Oh, God. Now he's laughing.
Yeah.
I don't remember any of this.
Really?
Yeah, like, I
so-
have not seen... I've seen Temple of Doom a million times and the next one.
Yeah. See,
And Crystal Skull, this one is the one I've seen the least.
oh, really? This is actually the shortest of all the Indiana Jones movies, too. But
There's buddy fucking Huckleberry here fucking fishing
yeah.
away.
played by Frank Marshall, producer of this movie.
Hey, Frank Marshall.
Yeah, and producer of every movie.
Oh, I like the dirt coming off his jacket.
I know. That was actually when they got that jacket and the hat. They were both brand new. They had to
James
manually age them.
Right.
Like they had to beat them out and stuff.
Beat the hell out of them.
Yeah.
That's what people pay good money for that. Like where like your pants have the ass ripped out and the knees are all dirty, and it's like $100 more.
Yeah.
Because somebody pre-shit in them.
Oh yeah.
Oh, look at them cheeks.
Oh.
This is PG-13. Look
Sick
at those
ass.
asses.
No dicks,
People
though.
got a fucking thing through his head. Look at him falling around.
Yeah, I know.
He's not a good runner, Harrison Ford. He runs funny.
Yeah.
He always did.
It's probably why he flies.
I think that Harrison Ford's greatest running moment,
Yeah.
I think it's in Patriot games when the car blows up. And he runs and he kind of goes, right, he flails his arms around. That's a real list we should come up with.
I think his best running moment was when he successfully ran for president prior to the events of Air Force One.
Ooh. Ooh.
So yeah, so we talked about the writer a little bit, like Lawrence Kasdan. Empire Strikes Back.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh God, that would be terrifying. Empire Strikes Back was the first movie he ever wrote. This was the second movie he ever wrote. So
Who?
Lawrence Kasdan writing it. Like, but could you imagine your first two movies being Empire Strikes Back, which is widely regarded as the best Star Wars movie, and then this, which is widely regarded as the best Indiana Jones movie.
Temple of Doom guy for life.
So
Temple of Doom all the way.
I used to be, and then I watched it when I finally watched the DVD box set. So now I'm an adult watching these, and I was just like, it's not the same. It's silly at the beginning, but not in like the kind of way I would want it to be.
And weird. He has like slapstick, goofy, weird, and then it gets like all, oh, he's so dreamy.
Yeah, exactly.
Is that what it looks like? That's what they're all thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, they wanted to play him off as a playboy. There's actually a scene where they're back in his house discussing the mission. He's dressed a certain way, and it's because in the script, and they did shoot a scene. He's supposed to be
James Bond.
Yeah, he's supposed to be James Bond, and he had a young woman in his bed, and they were going to show that at the end of the scene, and they were like, "No, it really doesn't fit the character. He's
Agreed.
not that guy."
I'm glad they didn't go in that direction because he's not.
So they scrapped it.
I feel like he should be a little awkward around women. He's been out there too long.
Yeah. George Lucas actually thought up the initial idea of the story, just the idea of following an archaeologist on his adventures, around the same time that he did.
What did I just say?
No, I didn't.
Did you see it? Look like it's a suck dick.
No,
oh
it says love
my
you.
God. Oh, what do you say? People aren't even watching this. They're just listening to us.
Yeah, but I think they can probably figure out that their eyelids don't say suck dick.
I told you Brian De Palma had a problem with this. It's because of all this dirty shit that Spielberg puts in and gets away with. You know that for Temple of the Doom, they made the PG-13 rating.
Yes.
For that movie.
Yes.
So that they can't give Spielberg a rated R.
No. Well, and they actually almost got a rated R for this one, but then they cut out some stuff that allowed them to get the whatever the
really?
PG that they got. Yeah.
A bunch of wimps back then, man.
Yeah. Well, it was it's for later on. There's a head exploding scene, and they're like, "Yeah, you can't have that. It's gonna be rated R." And they're like, "Oh, what if we cover it up?" And they put fire in front of it, and then it's like,
and they're like, "No,
they were fine."
They added 2 head blowing ups, and that was okay for some reason.
Exactly.
One cancels the other one out.
It looks like everything he's talking about is just all sex stuff. Like that was like an ancient whip that he was just like.
He's teaching.
He used to use this.
He took over after Kinsey.
I was gonna say I don't know what lines up. I think Kinsey came after.
Oh shit!
I think he was in the 50s.
Well, he started, and then Kinsey took over for him.
Kinsey was fantastic. Go see that movie, Kinsey, if you haven't seen it. Really good movie.
Oh yeah, you got to carry your papers around.
But you can't
be all into it.
Yeah, now we have laptops.
Yeah, it's not the same.
No, it's better.
I don't know, man. It's nothing like whipping out a good map and pointing at where you're going.
It is nice. It made the rabbit scenes in Twister more interesting.
And how are you supposed to show on your laptop the fucking red line going do 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 do? Like, man, that looks lame.
Google Maps, Waze,
Google fucking Maps. That is bullshit.
It'll literally do it.
Yeah, it probably will. They probably do. They should have that app on there. The Indiana Jones travel app.
Yeah,
it shows your whole trip. Like, now we're in Zimbabwe.
Yeah. It ages the map and stuff. You do that on a lot of different flights. I know when I flew WestJet last time, they had that.
They did?
Get on, and it didn't show the line, but it showed the plane.
I seen it. The plane's huge.
Yeah,
it's
the
size of a city.
Yeah. Well, it was in some spots like we were flying. Like it was almost as wide as the province of Saskatchewan.
The front of the plane got there like a day before us. I was so jealous.
Yeah.
Like,
I was like, oh man, this is why you pay extra for first class.
That's it, man. The fucking Nazi pieces of shit.
Yeah. When I was booking my trip to Vegas, I said I wanted to book like a real first class trip there, like have first class and stuff like that. And I was like, I'm just cheap and I'm not going to do that.
Fucking A.
Whatever, cheap is
win it, man. You go there and you win it.
Yeah.
Your child's, fun
my
for
children's
college.
feature.
Boom, roulette, black. Always bet on black. Remember what Wesley Snipes said? Passenger
I know,
57?
I don't remember, but I think it was Passenger 57. But I think the takeaway from that was he bet on black and lost and went to prison.
He certainly did.
So we got that to think about.
Yeah, don't rip off the tax man.
I like how they've given him almost 2 personalities, like his professor personality, the glasses and the combed hair, and then the grizzled, with the hat and the leather and all that.
When you're out there adventuring, there's no time to shave.
He's based on an actual guy whose name escapes me right now. But there were all these stories. I read this story in my Uncle John's bathroom reader. That great books.
They're amazing. They're the greatest books ever made.
Yeah, all of them I smell bad now, but that's fine.
Oh, whatever.
But the story told about like all these like things he went through and stuff like that, and it was him and his brother or something like that, and it was basically like real life Indiana Jones shit.
Yeah.
Like it was really good. It was like competitions with people and getting things stolen out from him, and like it was.
That's just wicked shit, man.
Yeah, but he was just the nerdy professor, and nobody knew he was doing this on his like off time.
That's the way to do it, man. See, everybody, you never get away with it now. Everybody be bragging about it. There'd be selfies of you and King Tutankhamun having a beer down there in the.
That's why if
wherever
you
the
get
fuck he's hanging out
if you
now.
have a cheap roaming package, then you can't keep any secrets.
You know what? If everybody out there remember that I talked about that friggin' Indiana Jones travel app, because it's gonna happen and we're gonna sue the shit out of them.
Yeah, you got it.
Copyright. I just said copyright, which that means it's our idea.
Yes. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm going to say that that's perfect.
I wrote the word copyright onto a piece of paper, and I mailed that piece of paper to myself.
Oh, then you actually did something better. We can now officially sue anybody who's copyrighted anything.
Wicked. See?
We have all the money.
Money in the bank, people.
We have all the money. We'll pay you all to listen to the show because we'll still be doing it.
Grafrau, you got a big fat paycheck. Oh.
Yeah.
I ran into, for the first time, one of our fans.
Oh, nice.
Shit you not.
Right on.
I was going to see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah.
And I ran into a girl. It's kind of like, I don't know if it really counts, but we never told her we were doing this.
Yeah.
But she said she was a big fan.
That's awesome.
And her name is Jess. I won't say her last name, but I will say her address and which window she keeps open at night.
Yes.
Bishop. Bishop, we're playing chess right now. I just bishoped you to your knight.
But in fairness, I did tell her we were going to be doing this.
You have broken me. Oh man. Okay, well.
But in fairness, she listened.
She did.
So she didn't just do that.
And when she was like, "You guys are funny."
Yeah.
Like she kind of, when the word "funny" came out, she kind of looked away and coughed.
Yeah.
And mumbled it.
Yeah, because you know how many people I told we were doing this and how few of them listen?
2.
So yeah,
I told 2 people.
Yeah.
One of them's listening.
I literally just I wrote it down on a business card for like an exterminator, and I threw it out my window, and I'm like, it's like The Secret, man. It's like it'll all come back to me.
Message in a bottle.
Didn't happen.
Yeah. Got a letter from Channing Tatum once.
Yeah.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. Spielberg, I guess he put a lot of pressure on himself for this movie. He, like with Jaws, Close Encounters in 1941, he went way over budget and way over schedule.
For all of them?
For all 3 of them. So he was, and I know that's relative from movie to movie, but but he really wanted to come under budget and under schedule. And I guess they hated when they go to the desert when they're shooting in Tunisia. They hated it so bad that they took their 6-week schedule, and he managed to finish it all in 4.5 weeks just so they could get the fuck out of there.
Really?
Yeah. So
they hated it.
Yeah.
Eh?
But on top of that, he also had George Lucas, who was good at planning this shit, and because he had he had to do Star Wars, which was big on itself. So.
It's funny to hear you say that the movies went over, because I think I don't know if they do now for Spielberg. I think he's running a pretty tight ship.
He's probably running a tight ship, but he's also got a lot more.
Yeah, like experience.
Like
because I used to always say, like, when you look at these movies, man, these like $300, $400 million movies, Spielberg can crank one of those out, man, for 150 mil.
Well, when I've said some movies that we've done have been like $20 million movies, and then you're like, how? Where's the money? Do you know how much money do you think would this movie cost to make?
This movie?
This movie.
Okay, I'll say now.
Yeah.
Now this movie would be like fucking $200 million.
I agree.
Something in there.
So no, but what do you think?
Back in the day?
Yeah.
72 million.
18 million.
What?
This movie was made for $18 million.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
They knew what to do with a small budget.
Wow, what an exciting, awesome movie for $18 million.
It's probably for like Star Wars.
Wow.
Star Wars probably also being there, the best bang for your buck movie you could ever get. Like this,
I think you might be right. We should We should, this is something we need to find out. Tell us out there in podcast world if you think that there's another bang for your buck movie that's better than this one.
Yeah, a movie that was made cheaply that looks amazing.
Yeah, and I'm trying to think of something else that was really like when you hear Deadpool, right? Deadpool was like, wow, that was a cheap budget.
Yeah, like all things considered, they didn't spend a lot of money.
56 million, which is still like...
Yeah. Well, it's out of this world. Well, but I mean, again, if now for inflation and stuff like that and the cost of things...
Things cost money now, man.
Last I checked, things cost money still. They don't cost a scan of your like hand chip.
It will. That's coming pretty soon, let me tell you.
We're getting there.
Little hand chip. I'll have some chips in my hand, but not the other fucking way around, baby.
No doubt.
Here it is.
There we go.
Yeah, the Indiana Jones app right now, $1.
Turn right at Hawaii.
This is where you can see that the world is flat, not round.
Yes.
Right here, man.
Proof.
If that's not proof enough right there. Hey, the Philippines.
Well, the proof is they would have already fallen off the edge.
Hey, once they go past the Philippines, I'm going to yell, where's my package? Hey, where's my package? That's where all the call centers are now, the Philippines.
Oh, really?
All of them, pretty much.
Nice.
If your friend says, I'm going to my call center job, he's lying. He goes into a business office. He puts one of those things on his head, like an avatar, and you are a Filipino person taking orders at a call center.
Sweet.
It's fucked.
It's just like walking through the doors to Narnia?
Yes.
Oh, awesome. I'm down with that.
Oh, yeah.
George Lucas made a weird-ass deal in this movie. He got the studio to finance it completely, so all $18 million, but... He owns more than 40% of the movie without putting a dollar in himself, and he got almost 50% of the profits himself.
How does that work?
I don't know. I think I made Star Wars is the argument.
I
made Star Wars, and this is how I make deals, and if you don't like that, then they can do that somewhere else. That being said, I know that this movie was shopped around to a lot of places before a place took it.
Like what? So they made the movie and then they had to be like, hey, do you want to distribute this? You want to distribute like that?
No. It was to get somebody to finance it. So...
Why was where do you think they were scared of Spielberg's over budget over thing?
I don't know. Nobody knows because they were like, this was clearly a dream team at the time. You got the guy who made Jaws and Close Encounters and the guy who made Star Wars.
Yeah, so like, why would studios be like, ooh, this project looks like trouble?
I think
everything these guys touch turns to gold.
The only thing I can think is that the project itself, when you look at it on paper, it's like, this is too crazy to shoot.
Right.
It's going to cost too much. It's going to be...
Oh, now you're over here. Now you're over there. You're all over the world.
Yeah. It's like, we're going to have to draw on maps. Red lines. I don't even know how to do that.
I like this bar where it's not Russian roulette or anything. It's just a drinking contest between a woman and a man. Yeah. And she mopped the floor.
That's Irish roulette.
Fucking A it is. First person to shit their pants wins.
This is a great iconic movie moment, And this is what George Lucas wanted for this character. They're like, we want to be able to see a silhouette of him and everybody just be able to scream, Indiana Jones!
Yep.
Whose name, up until the first day of shooting, was Indiana Smith.
Indiana Smith. Why did they change it?
I don't know. I think they just liked the sound of it. But literally, they were about, all of their scripts said Indiana Smith and all that. And then literally, the first day of shooting, they were just like, let's just name him Jones. Sounds better.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
See the weird shit that happens like that, eh?
I know. And I mean, again, would we be fine saying Indiana Smith, or would Indiana Jones always have sounded better to us? Like if somebody said,
if it was Indiana Smith, and then we'd be like, they were gonna call him Indiana Jones. We're like, oh, Indiana Jones.
Yeah, that's the real question. You never know.
There's another universe where that just happened right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we got Karen Freeman here, or Karen Freeman. Sorry, I'm looking at two different names at once. Karen Allen. She was in more than I thought too, or I didn't remember at the time, and then as I started reading them, I'm like, oh yeah. But she was in Animal House. She was in the Al Pacino movie Cruising.
Cruising. Woo, that's what I put on when I'm picking up.
There it is. Glass Menagerie. He was in Scrooged, Malcolm X.
Oh yeah, Scrooged. She was Bill Murray's old lady. Yeah. Scrooged.
Yeah, that was. She was actually considered for the role of Princess Leia. And obviously did not get it, which is probably why she was thought about here. It was like, oh yeah, we talked to her, but she's got that kind of Leia that proper attitude. She would have been a good Leia.
She would have been a good Leia,
but I think they just wanted a slightly prettier person.
Right. So what happened here between these two? She's real pissed at him.
Like everybody else, you work with some older guy, you meet his daughter, you fuck his daughter.
Oh, that's what it is.
That's how it goes.
Oh yeah. And then he's got to leave adventuring, and she always loved him. Well, now he's trying to pay her off.
I had a very similar thing. We had a teacher. She had a daughter. I started dating the daughter.
Yeah.
That didn't go very far.
And then you went adventuring.
Don't worry, Patty. Everything's fine.
And you went adventuring, and then you came back years later, and she was working at a Singapore bar.
I may or may not have punched a Nazi during the time. That's all. That's as far as I go.
I jumped out of the bushes with a Hitler mustache. That's all. I'm not a Nazi.
Yeah. Zig Heil. No.
You can't even stand on the
them.
street wearing a Hitler mustache screaming Zig Heil without someone punching you in the face.
Yeah.
What kind of a fucking world?
You know how it is.
Fucking German tourists, man. This looks like an awesome place to get into a bar fight.
It looks kind of like this would be another thing that Disney should think about doing. You got Star Wars Land coming out. Do a little Indiana Jones Land where you could go through, like, this is the bar that you can actually eat at and stuff like that.
That'd be awesome.
You can go
Well,
to
they got
the
the
Well of
rights. You might as well have a little, why don't you throw a little 1 acre towards Indiana here?
Yeah. There's
157 acres of Star Wars.
They're expanding at such a level right now because they updated Fantasyland recently, which was a gigantic expansion. Then they update. Now they're now they're doing Star Wars Land. They're also doing Toy Story Land.
When you went, was there a lot of people there? Is there always a lot of people?
There's never
at
not
Disneyland?
a lot of people, but there are peak times. You don't want to go during a holiday.
Right.
Going during the summer is going to be busier. Just basically anytime when kids aren't in school, it's going to be busier.
This guy's got a real teamy.
I
He
love
went across the globe. Like, he's got the Mongolian.
Yeah.
This guy, the guy in front's from Dark City. That guy in the back there looks like what's his name from The Mummy? Remember the guy that was in the Rob Schneider movie where he watches his house?
Oh, Dead Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Is that his name?
Yeah. His name's
Yes, you know his name.
Yeah. The you're thinking of Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, though. There's a movie we got to do. That movie was brilliant. That's a huge bitch.
It's a classic film. Oh man.
Yeah, we'll do that. I'm trying to find people in brownface in this movie because I don't.
They're here.
Yeah.
I think Spielberg is cool enough to just hire the people he needed. Maybe.
For the most part, I
What
know that one
movie-
white guy played a Sherpa in this.
What
We'll
movie
get
were
into
we
that.
watching where the guy was doing like Mexican brownface? It was recently.
Dude, there's been tons.
It's like every movie.
Well, we had
watch.
friggin' Mark for Death, the first movie we ever did.
Sorry.
Some stuntman was doing blackface. He was wearing fake dreadlocks and he was in blackface, but they didn't even complete, the backs of his ears were still white.
They're thinking, I'm gonna get you, sucker.
Yeah. Oh, that's the best. If you've never seen the mom's fight scene and I'm gonna get you, sucker, you're really missing out.
I thought at first I was like, wow, this is terribly shot, and then I was like, oh my god, it's a total joke.
It's the idea. So this guy here is Ronald Lacey. He passed away in 91, very sad. But him, along with a lot of other people, have appeared in other Indiana Jones movies. He was in The Last Crusade as a totally different character. He was in the Gestapo.
All you gotta do is slap round shades on a guy, and he's a Nazi.
Yeah.
The whole look has been ruined because of these fuckers.
I know. The look itself is fantastic. That guy looks like he has alien eyes.
Yeah.
From really close up, the way they move. I don't know.
I don't know what they did to that guy's face.
Yeah. Well, he's always dealing with hot pokers and stuff, so it could be anything.
Ooh, he's sweat. Ooh.
I love the idea of being so good with a whip. I also like the idea that he just didn't say, "Hey, I have a gun. Let her go."
Well, there you go. Now they're shooting.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Indy shoots too. You know what? That's cool too. Is Indy shoots.
Well, he can't. Yeah,
He will kill you.
Yeah.
He has no qualms, and he's still a good guy.
Yeah.
And he'll kill your ass. And he ain't going down like a sucker chump.
No.
For some gold medallion. I think that's his real face. I'm sorry, sir. I believe that to be your real face. No.
That's
I
Mark
think
Hamill.
that's Asian face.
That's Mark.
I think he's doing. So what is it? Yellow face?
I don't want to say it. The first thought was yellow face, and I wasn't gonna say it. Oh, they just shot him in the face.
It is too. This movie is violent as fuck. This should have been totally rated R.
Yeah.
I'm on Brian De Palma's side, man.
No, fuck Brian De Palma.
Brian De Palma makes a movie where a guy gets shot. You don't even see blood. And they're like, that's going to be 2 X's. And he's like, what the fuck? You just I watched Raiders with you. Like, what the hell? You got to have some allowances, though, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but his complaint was friggin' Scarface. You tell me Scarface shouldn't have been rated R compared
Oh,
to
yes.
friggin'
But no, but I think
Indiana
Snake
Jones.
Eyes came out at one point. They ain't nothing in that movie.
No. It's just boring.
Yeah, they all are.
Yeah, that should be rated R for boredom.
No, it's rated R because you're going to be swearing your ass off halfway through this movie because it sucks.
Yeah.
And that is going to make it rated R. You know what? Fuck this movie. I'm taking my fucking pants off.
Yeah, exactly.
Sir, what the hell? Not again. Oh,
Rated R. Get my dick out.
Rated R. Mommy, rated R. Oh, man, a good old basement shootout. Can't fucking believe it's 18 million.
I know, right? I like Ron Lacey here. He reminds me a little bit of Wally Cox.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Inconceivable that I'm not a Nazi.
It's burning my hand.
I'm the dinosaur in Toy Story, if you didn't know that.
He says that at every luncheon. I'm like, we know.
Hey, have you seen My Dinner with Andre? That was serious.
He's fighting a pirate now.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. He's in Disneyland.
Oh, Jesus. That didn't break apart like it should have.
That's why I honestly, again, I think that some of these things are sometimes just like they think they're stunt things. I'm like, I'm just going to hit him over the back with this stunt chair. And then he like really gives her and it doesn't give way. It's like, oh, sorry that you're a paraplegic now.
Like Hulk Hogan stuffing those dollar bills in that poor guy's mouth.
Oh, fuck.
Good building fire. So was this used? It was under time, but was it under budget?
I didn't see whether or not it actually came in under what the initial budget was. But I think it came in on budget at least. Like there was nothing that said it went over budget.
Is that a real plane?
It looks like a real plane. I would guess real plane. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and say real plane.
Now where are we going here?
See, it looks like there's more. It'd be funny if it like jiggled in a little spot where there was turbulence. Just little jiggly lines.
It should do a loop-de-loop at one time too. And
well, they did. What movie did they do that in? All right, so John Rhys Davies.
There he is.
Originally was not supposed to play Sala.
Ooh,
Danny DeVito
too. I like him in that. It was.
Yeah, Danny DeVito was supposed to play Sala.
That's way too Romancing the Stone.
Well, no, Romancing the Stone came later. He got this role in Romancing the Stone after the fact, which is basically...
He's like, we're in the same thing as he is and everything.
Yeah, which is basically just a derivative of this movie anyways.
Oh my God. They're forcing this poor monkey to eat all these fruits.
Oh, Minky.
Help me, lady. He's like being tortured. Yeah. They're laughing. It's so cute.
And that monkey fucked another monkey on this, and then that monkey grew up to be in The Hangover.
Yep.
Whichever one.
The cute monkey, eh?
3 or whatever.
Is that Marcel? Yeah. Was it the same one that was in Friends?
No, I don't think their lifespan is such that
you don't even know the lifespan of a little monkey.
No, you're not wrong. I don't know. But yeah, John Rhys Davies, we did speak about his resume and all that. Of course, his greatest thing ever he did was Sliders. And
oh, hell yes.
Jerry O'Connell.
The Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, but yeah, our Lord of the Rings episode talks about him in great detail. He gets to be himself and not be allergic to his makeup or anything in this movie. So did
you see that one Sliders where they go through one of the doors and Jerry O'Connell's a big star and he marries Rebecca Romaine Stamos?
Whoa.
Like, it was a crazy episode.
That's crazy.
I know. Hollywood magic, eh? Like,
woo. I wonder if he just pitched it after the fact. Like, they got divorced, her and John Stamos got divorced, and he was like, hey, remember we did that episode? How about a repeat?
Yeah. Who divorces John Stamos?
I know, right?
Even if he beats you into submission every night, like, what are you kidding? He's John Stamos.
Handsome as fuck.
Oh, man. He's in the Beach Boys, man.
If you find me another Greek guy who holds together as good as him. Or maybe he was too much maybe he was just too into Bob Saget for, like, they were like, we're going to Vegas again to hang out together. He's like, I can't deal with this. Your relationship.
Dennis. He's looking good in this one, eh?
Oh, God,
He's still going, huh?
Oh, God, yeah. He's not. What kills me is he's in a lot of lower budget stuff still. When I look, you see these projects and you've never heard of them. They're like weird, like random sci-fi movies being like, like produced by these like random things. And I'm like, how are you not gigantic? You were 2 roles in one of the biggest franchises of all time. You were a role in another one of the biggest franchises of all time.
What's the second one?
Well, between Lord of the Rings and this.
Oh, this is the second one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I see it.
Yeah, well, I'm going to say only because he wasn't in every movie.
Right. He needs to come back on the third, doesn't he? Or no?
Yeah, I think so. I think you're right.
Here's Eye Patch.
I like that. I feel like they were sitting there and they were trying not to be racist, and they're like, well, we're definitely not going to be afraid of just some random Arab guy, right? He's just going to be, oh, that's his friend. Quick, give him a scar and an eye patch, then you'll definitely not trust
Did the
him.
monkey do it?
The monkey definitely did.
Oh, man. I like her outfit. It looks like some kind of female matador something or other.
My great joy, though, I wore almost that exact outfit that guy's wearing when I was in the Indiana Jones stunt show at Disney.
Ah, yes. They put you in it.
Yeah, you get selected. You don't do anything. You just stand around while other people do things, but it's still fun.
Yeah, you still get a credit. You still get your name in the credits.
And what was cool was my dad did it when I was a kid.
Oh, no way.
So yeah, multi-generational.
Hey, that's cool. I'm going to do it when I go.
Yeah, and I pointed to the sky and I'm like, this one's for you, Pop. And then a light fell on me. So
Nice.
So he said, fuck you, man. Oh,
Who's this
so
buddy?
good.
Oh, he's got his minions.
I like that the least trustworthy people are the ones in suits.
That's the truth.
It's
It's
just
true life, man.
It's like right when he came around the corner, like if I would have just seen one of those guys in like traditional wear, it's like, yeah, whatever. Then you see a guy in a suit, you're like, you should not be here.
That's exactly what it is, because you're like, ooh, it's something right here, you know? Oh my God, what's happening?
Boom.
We
The
almost
music
punched her in
too.
the face.
Like this is not well choreographed fighting, but it's just good. Like it's just like that. It's good adventure.
Exactly.
Like it's really, really piss poor.
She's beating him to death with like a cookie tin over there.
Yeah. I like he pushed her down for a quick BJ. It's like his version of a Blumpkin is punching a guy in the face while getting a beach.
That's a plunchkin. Like, what the fuck, man? Where you been? It happens to me like every other weekend. We just came up with a new one. The plunchkin.
The punchkin. That's gonna definitely become a thing. I just really hope it doesn't become a toy. Like a little kid's toy, because all I'm
God.
gonna think about is a beach. Well, it's like,
That's what I meant. It's the new sex move.
yeah.
Oh, see, now she's got the old frying pan. You don't bring a knife to a frying pan fight, bud. There, eh?
Actually,
knock your dirty teeth out.
I think there's a lot of reasons I would rather have a frying pan.
Agreed.
I was like,
You can block it,
Yeah.
hit them,
Yeah.
and then cook something afterwards. Maybe something you beat off of them.
you beat off them. What?
Yeah, that's right.
Those high pants are now back in fashion too, Karen
They
Allen. You did
are.
it. I just picture again. It's the Looney Tunes watcher in me just pictures snakes coming out of all those because
I'm glad that when she went into there, she didn't. And now the lid's totally on.
yeah.
And there's like a basket almost
Well, remember
on it.
when the camera cut away from them, she
pulled it
adjusted
over.
It's fine.
I'm glad that when she went down, she
You're
didn't continue
asshole monkey.
pulling it over when they were coming around the corner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That would have pissed me right off.
She was sharp as a tack. A shack attack.
Ooh, Shaq Fu 2.
I feel like he's looking in the wrong.
It's like across the
Like,
way
yeah,
there.
it's just a
He
different
got
hate.
turned around. Oh, here it is.
So now this is one of the great moments in movies, and now everybody, it's widely known that it was improvised. The idea of actually, like, not having a big long fight and just doing this, just the shot.
Sweet.
It's brilliant because it's such a good comedic move. But do you know why they actually did it?
Yeah, he was sick.
They were all sick.
Yeah.
They all had. I didn't know that was why. I just knew. I thought that they just decided on the spot to just do that instead because it would be better. But yeah, it was the entire film crew and Harrison Ford all had food poisoning.
Leave him run.
From
Leave
the
us run,
yeah,
eh?
yeah.
Like-
You're not wrong. I've never really thought about that before.
Frig.
And how did they get over there? 'Cause this is magical. They rode a magic carpet over there.
It's one of those ones where they run into one room, you run after them, they come out of the one down the hall, you know?
While Yakety Sax plays.
Yeah, so what was it, the food?
So yeah, they all had food poisoning. The only one who didn't have food poisoning
Oh, fuck.
was
Who's that?
Steven Spielberg. He insisted on bringing his own food to Tunisia, which was almost primarily SpaghettiOs.
Well, he did all right.
Yeah, almost exclusively, not primarily. It was primarily.
It was SpaghettiOs.
It was. Yeah,
What is he he's got like a half a plane with that's what the movie that's where they were worried the movie was going to go over budget because of his lust for SpaghettiOs.
Yeah, he gets this exclusive brand like Wolfgang Puck makes SpaghettiOs for him.
That'd be awesome.
How do I make you SpaghettiOs?
Hey, Wolfgang. Hey, man, give me your gun. Shoot me next. Shoot me next. Like, get out of here.
I wonder if they just ADR'd in that that change falling, so it made him seem like a good person who was just giving them money to go away as opposed to just shoving them away.
Right.
Oh,
I love these little trucks.
it's one of the first times ever you see.
Hey.
Whoa, there's no reason for that to have exploded.
Oh, he was smoking.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah, that's just old old craftsmanship on cars. It's like in like Grand Theft Auto, if you flip over the car, because it can't stay there forever being flipped over and you can't flip it back over, it just eventually catches fire and explodes.
Yep. Don't all cars do that?
I don't know. I don't flip over enough.
You've had a night, baby, when you're drinking with the monkey.
No, he's so traumatized by the experience, he thinks that's Marion. It's like, Marion, I'm going to take you back. So a couple of things that tie into Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. One is they're like somewhere at some point off camera, him and Marion had to have fucked. Because they do, even though they don't actually,
because it's his kid.
To it, because his kid was born 21 years late after this, and he's 21 years old.
Right.
So it's like it had to have been during this because they weren't together for a long period of time afterwards.
Dirty old greaser, eh? Imagine that. You find out that you had a son and you're all excited and your son turns out to be Shia LaBeouf and he's a greaser.
I was just going to say I would be way more disappointed in him being Shia LaBeouf. I'd rather have get that grease out of your hair than take that bag that says I'm not famous anymore off your head.
Like the fuck? Do it. Throw that monkey at him.
That would have been amazing.
Beat him to death with a monkey.
Also, that could be the Pirates of the Caribbean skeleton monkey.
Look at this dude.
Monkey.
I like that. I like that monkey.
I never noticed what the hookah was, but it's another one of my favorite movies it has it because there's a hookah in Star Wars.
Yes, there's lots of hookah. They're hooking it up out there in the universe, man.
No doubt.
Oh, slap the bottle on the table. This guy looks sorry. He reminds me of what's his name? He won the Oscar for Inglourious Bastards. Christoph Waltz.
Christoph Waltz.
He looks like Christoph Waltz or something.
I was thinking like a little bit Terrence Stamp. Or
yes.
a little bit the guy who is the lower rent Terrence Stamp. Like the guy who appeared in what was it?
Oh shit!
He was like in Bowfinger. He's like, oh no, that was Terrence Stamp.
Yes.
But you know who I'm talking about.
Well, it depends on what Terrence Stamp you're getting. There's a cheap Terrence Stamp.
Yes.
There's like a pay scale.
Yeah.
Depending on what your movie's doing.
You get brand name Terrence Stamp or you get generic Terrence Stamp.
Exactly. And it's the same guy. You'd never know it.
Yeah,
it's the same guy. Like, oh, you like Terrence. I've seen him in just some of the worst shit. You're like, what the fuck are you doing in this thing? Terrence, like, what? You owe somebody some money out there.
Yeah. And a few of them were Malcolm McDowell, too. He just didn't know.
the Ark. How did he get turned on to this one again?
Who?
The Ark? Is this it right here? What's he doing here now anyways? What's the deal?
Well, during the school scene, they got word about what what Belloc might be searching for. And then they kind of put it all together where they might have to go look. And so they're looking.
So they're ripping off. So they're just ripping each other off.
Yeah. But there is
Mr. Belding and fucking Dr. Jones.
Yeah. There's two good fan theories that I really like. The first one that I like is it came from the Big Bang Theory. They wrote a thing where Indiana Jones has zero impact on the result of this movie. The exact same thing would have happened throughout the entire movie, whether he was in it or not.
Right.
Because he doesn't find the Ark first.
That's what I was just gonna say.
He doesn't it was like he's like basically the one thing he went to go find the Ark, he failed to find it. Then he wanted to stop the other people from finding the Ark, but they found it. And like so it was just one thing after another. It was like basically that he did everything he tried to do, he failed to do.
He's sort of like Jack Burton. He just like stumbles his way through the adventure.
Yeah, except Jack Burton's like missions were accomplished.
Yes.
Just despite him.
True. True. I never thought of it that way. You might have just ruined the entire franchise for me.
Well, and that was it too. They were saying that, but then the arguments also made that the idea is that they're following Indy's moves and then jump out, and they're like drafting him, and then they jump out in front of him.
Pretty much.
So
they're ghosting his ass.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well,
all they did was go to the main area where they think it was, because they knew that Indiana Jones would really suss it out. Oh my god, here he is, eye patch guy.
Yeah,
he's watching.
I'd like to find out. See, that's the twist I want. Is the twist where he's the good guy.
Ooh.
where he's like obviously
I'm here to help you.
Well, it was kind of like Oded Fair in The Mummy, where you thought he was like the creepy whatever, and then you find out he's the one there to protect you. And you're
Which
like, that's,
mummy?
yeah,
The Mummy?
The Mummy. I was gonna say the first Mummy, but that's not true because there were ones in the 30s.
The one with the rock? No, that's a
No,
Scorpion King.
That's a Scorpion King.
Brendan
first Brendan Fraser Mummy.
Ooh, that's a romp.
Well, it's
Do you-
better than the other ones.
Okay, if you only have one eye
Which one?
and you're looking the left
Okay.
and you're looking at something, are you looking at it more intently than I am with two?
No, I don't think so. I think your eyes.
Like, does it count as you concentrating heavier?
Abu there.
Abu.
You think he's a kid? He's a 31-year-old man.
What?
And you know what? He has connections to two of our movies.
No.
His name is Kieran Shaw.
Uh-huh.
He was the stunt double, or one of the stunt doubles for Newton Aliens.
Oh my god.
And he was Elijah Wood's body double, his scale double in Lord of the Rings.
No shit.
Yeah.
Good old Abu.
I didn't even realize ever. I always just assumed that was a little kid, but yeah, he was born in like the 50s.
I think that guy, whenever this whole thing is done,
Uh-huh.
Which means I'm gonna have to be dead.
Sorry.
And he should get an honorable mention because we're always connecting things. I think Abu needs to be in there's honorable mention.
Yeah.
Just some side guy, and he's in two, and he's in a big one.
This is his third movie he's in.
I wonder how much you get paid if you're like this looks like a mixture of Lopan and Christopher Lee.
Totally. Well done.
I failed on the other one where I said it was Christoph Waltz, and then you schooled me because it totally looked like fucking Terrence Stamp mixed with Malcolm McDowell.
We did it.
Anybody rocking one of those?
You got to
these
take
days?
back one cadet. I like that there's like a twist on the clue. He's like, you do this, then do this. Hopefully you've got both sides to this thing, or you're screwed.
Right? That's when you find out afterwards. You're like, oh, son of a, you're already there. And you're like, son of a, there's supposed to be another side.
Yeah. Yeah, and then it's like, do you have the third side? But really, it's just a joke to make you go looking for something that doesn't exist.
Like on the boat, we're like, go get me a bucket of steam. And like 3 hours later, you're like, son of a bitch.
I remember when I went to, when I was in middle school.
Oh my God, he was just going to take the world's largest suicide pill.
Yeah.
He's like, don't the monkey.
This is to this day why I still don't eat dates.
Oh, the poor monkey.
Good.
You know what?
I'm
I'll bet you
glad
that
that
monkey,
monkey's
that
dead.
monkey probably would have known being a monkey that was a
Yeah.
bad date.
That monkey. It heiled Hitler.
I bet. Oh.
It did. It heiled Hitler. So fuck
Sometimes
that
I get the runs on a bad date too, you know?
Yes.
I'm just like, oh, girl, I gotta go. I got the scoots. You're gonna have to pay for this taco meal.
Yeah. Archaeology is a fairly exact science.
I'll
Like
let-
they have carbon dating. It's one of the most exact sciences in the world.
You're no, it's not.
The idea of where to dig is not
well, maybe
the
not
exact
now.
science.
This is the role I like. This guy, he was like, okay, so you're just gonna walk through the scene, and hey man, like slapping arms and
Yeah.
like scoop. If they were looking at something like water, you scoop it up and a little more, needs a little more water, or whatever.
He's doing the Aaron Sorkin walk and talk, but he's
exactly.
a Nazi.
Hey man, he's got shit to do too.
Yeah.
Camels. So where is this? So
They're shooting it
taking a
in
whiz?
Tunisia.
Oh, they're really in Tunisia.
This is exactly, well, not exactly where, but this is where they shot.
This is exactly Tunisia. Oh, he
This is
tripped.
yes.
He's tripping everywhere.
Well, it's hard to get up there. But the this is where they shot Star Wars Episode 4 and Episode
Tatooine?
1. Yeah, this is Tatooine.
Tattoo you?
Except tattoo you.
Ow.
What are you doing? We're all down here.
Fuck.
All the Nazis. I like that they're being so
Yeah, you yell at all of us, all the
We're all
goddamn Nazis. Oh, here we go.
The well, so apparently you got to freeze frame it to find it, but you can find C-3PO and R2-D2 on one of these walls.
What?
Yeah, somebody just for shits and giggles they did C-3PO and R2-D2 on one of the walls, but they said it's a really like blink and you miss
It's
it kind of
hard
thing.
to see.
I know it's very difficult, and I don't even know that it's this particular shot. It's just down here.
I'm gonna fucking keep my peepers
You
open.
keep your
here,
peepers
man.
open. That's your job right now.
Am I gonna blink?
Wait, is that it? Oh no,
I'm not
that's
even gonna blink.
That's clearly a pharaoh. I'm not blinking right now. We're gonna blink in turns.
Okay, you tell me when you blink, and then I'll blink after.
Okay, I blinked.
Oh, I think I blinked at the same
I just
time.
blinked again. Oh my
I
god,
keep
the whole
blinking
movie's
now.
over.
I can't stop blinking.
We fell asleep and napped together.
Yeah, it happens all the fucking time.
Oh, me, oh my.
If they did the Indiana Jones thing at Universal, Universal, yeah, good luck. Disney, it should be you should be able to climb through things. It should be like a jungle gym, but only for adults, where you can actually go through, but it can be all foam, and if something hits you or runs you over, it kind of like Wipeout meets Indiana Jones. You know what I mean? So you can climb through things, and
they had a show. I want to say it was called Temple Run. I know there's a game called Temple Run, like an app.
Right.
But I think there was it was a game show that was called Temple Run, which was essentially that. It was like a mix of Indiana Jones and Where in the World is Carmen Sandiego, where you had to solve things.
Good work, Gumshoe. You've won a Carmen Sandiego watch.
Oh, if you haven't seen it, they've got a new one. They did one on Saturday Night Live called Where in the World is Kellyanne Conway. And it was they did like the they did all this stuff, but it was for finding Kellyanne Conway, but the kids didn't want to find her. They're like, we're glad she's gone. And they're like, all right, for the 7th straight week, nobody wants to find her, so
we're all winners.
Yeah.
She's a sticky finger.
Did he take back one Kadam?
Oh, this is a good.
I know we're still looking. Yeah, another good vantage point. I think it's on one of the small ones, like where it's a lot of writing on one stone. But I don't know. Again,
imagine this shit really happened out there, man.
Yeah.
There was really you got to put a rocket with the sun. Very, very Legend of Zelda, too. I think the Legend of Zelda has taken a lot from Indiana Jones. Or maybe vice versa. I don't know which one was first.
I think there are millions of movies that took from Indiana. Well, this was 81.
And other things.
This predates Nintendo, so.
I think, you're right, though. A lot of, Tomb Raiders, and Tomb Raider is definitely, which I'm actually playing right now.
Oh, yeah? Any good?
And I haven't even started. I just keep staring at her boobs in 3D. I'm just like, what a game. What a game. And my girlfriend's like, it was press start. And I'm like, what a game.
Yeah.
What? And then she's not there. He's sweating. Is that real sweat, you think?
Yeah, they're in Tunisia. There's no doubt.
He's so fucking uncomfortable.
They actually, Spielberg and George Lucas had a really hard time with shooting here this time. I guess it was even hotter.
Ooh.
It was even hotter than when...
My eyes.
When they shot Star Wars.
Right.
So they just kept reminding each other how it was 16 weeks for them to shoot Lawrence of Arabia out in the desert in 120
They just kept saying Lawrence of Arabia.
They were just Lawrence of Arabia. But at the same time, they're like, we got to get through this shit, baby. All the stuff in the Well of the Souls, apparently this was the same set area that they shot The Shining for the Overlook Hotel.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know if that just means soundstage or what.
In Tunisia.
No, this part, they're not in Tunisia here.
Oh, they're in a studio.
Yeah, they're in Tunisia.
And there's a Canadian flag.
Oh, that is a bad way of saying there's a Canadian flag.
Yeah, it is.
You fucked.
We just slap a maple leaf over the...
Yeah.
Sometimes when nobody's paying attention, the sticker comes off and there's the swastika. And it's like, oh, fuck.
You know how it is. Steven Spielberg.
Face up.
Yeah, Steven Spielberg wrote a script with Harrison Ford's wife during this movie, during breaks between shooting. He dictated the story to her, and then I guess they worked. I think they worked together on the script. E.T.
No.
Yeah, he wrote E.T. while just kind of fucking around. Now I think somebody else overall wrote the movie,
but he kind of hashed it with Harrison's wife.
Yeah.
In between takes.
Yeah.
That's funny. You know what? Because and then. Indiana Jones probably walked in and caught Spielberg making out with his wife. So then they had him deal where he gets to make out with Spielberg's wife in the next movie.
Oh my God.
Totally true.
You heard it here first. Harrison Ford and Steven Spielberg, Hollywood swingers.
Fucking A. Just ask Corey Feldman.
By the way, none of this is proven. Don't sue us, Steven Spielberg. Although we would like to meet you, and if court's the only way I'm going to get to do it,
oh man,
then fuck.
You know how awesome our names would look in the paper in LA where it says Steven Spielberg is suing Miscast Commentary underlined twice.
We would get up to 200 listeners.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man, how many women have I left like that?
And always after you just undo them, you're like, oh, wait, I gotta go. I don't want them to think I wasn't gonna rape you.
Exactly. Just tell them I did. Tell them it was the best rape you've ever had. I gave it everything I had, baby. Look at him peeking through the old peeker.
I like these.
Where is this?
I always wonder exactly what they're doing. Like, are they just using a regular old camera? Or are they like they're just throwing like a black thing over top of it,
like with
just
the Nazi jobs there? I think that is exactly what it is.
That one I don't know, because again, this predates
slap it
CG.
over the. I wonder if Spielberg said in an interview that he was still editing his movies old school. I might have mentioned this before, but where he actually has like a warehouse filled with all the old machines, and he Frankenstein's parts from them all.
I loved.
I wonder if he's still doing that.
Yeah, that I couldn't tell you. I highly doubt it.
I doubt it too.
I highly doubt it, but it's so inefficient, and it's almost impossible with anything with special effects.
Right.
So, and by almost impossible, I mean it's pretty much impossible. You have to like do everything in reverse. You'd have to go do it all on. I love that effect, that makeup effect with the. I
missed it.
He's got the burned in thing. Like
because he grabbed onto the thing when it was on fire.
It looked so gross, but yeah, it's like basically you'd have to go on the computer, edit the thing, put in all the special effects, then print it back to film, and then go back and cut it. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah.
Well, how did they... Well, he said that's the way he did it. How did he do it with like Close Encounters and stuff?
Well, Close Encounter, the effects are different. It's
it's not like CG now.
It's things that you can lay over on film and stuff like that, and it's,
Whistler. Oh,
I don't know all the tricks.
Digging.
I like that.
What are they doing
close.
here, by the way?
Well,
what are all these guys digging around for?
Well, because they found the location of the Ark.
That shovel.
Because he found out that they're digging in the wrong place.
A weirdo shovel.
Maybe
that's the best shovel ever.
Do you know what the worst is though? Look at all the people with pickaxes. I'm like, that must suck, but it's like dig a giant hole with a pickaxe.
There's some shovels in there.
I know.
Gotta break it up.
I know, but that's why I'm saying if you get the pickaxe and they're like, you take.
You know what? If it was me and you on the chain gang, I'd switch.
Yeah. Oh, that's
I
nice.
use the pickaxe, you shovel it up, then we switch.
Okay.
And then when you piss me off, I just pickaxe you in the back of the head when you're shoveling and say it was an accident. It was an accident again.
This looks
nice storm.
That looks so bad good though. Like for the time, it probably looked amazing, and for now, you're like, eh.
Yeah, well, it's still better than watching like it's friggin' Ninja Turtles was on TV the other day, like the new one, and it already looks like shit.
Yeah.
See all these CG movies, man, they're not gonna hold up. None of them.
But you say that though, but like Jurassic Park still holds up.
Limited CG.
It's
limited,
but like the dinosaurs and stuff. I mean, like I don't sit
like
there
when they're
and
running after you can see it.
Yeah,
you can see it. You're right, though. It still looks good. That's because Spielberg is a master.
Yeah, you can totally see it, but it's not the like if that came out today, nobody would be like, "What garbage is this?"
Right? You'd still be like, "Hey, it's acceptable."
Yeah.
You're right. That is a fucking good one. Look at it. Move the slab. Look at him. He's got a fucking archaeological boner going on right now.
So obviously this is one of the great snake scenes. That would be very scary.
I would probably do exactly the same thing.
Why is it?
I watched too many horror movies as a child. I'm terrified.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do anything super cheap though, like The Mummy, where it's like they move a mirror and then all of a sudden the whole thing is lit up.
Oh fuck yeah!
Or whatever. What? Yeah, that was The Mummy.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, because everything bounces off of 8 million things, and then
I was thinking of Fifth Element too at the very beginning when they were like the archaeologists were looking at something, but it was but that was just him. They had a single mirror, and he's like more light because he's like shining off just the one mirror.
I enjoyed Bruce Campbell in Congo. Was he an archaeologist?
Try again.
Archaeologer.
That was better than the last one, so let's quit while we're ahead.
Archaeologer.
Yeah, he archaeologizes things. Asps, very dangerous. Sean Astin
is he dead? Oh no.
Yeah, Sean Astin has a very funny story about constantly doing his Sala impression to.
I must love that
to him. Well, he did it a few times. He's like bad dates, and then he goes, "That's very dangerous." And then he goes, and not even being mad at him, he just looks at him. And he goes, "Sean, that could border on parody." And that's all he said. He's like, "Oh, gotcha. I'm done." Okay, like he just like he knew that he crossed the line without being yelled at.
Right.
Like he's just like, "Oh, He's just saying, you're making fun of me.
Right. Yeah, you could be making fun of me instead of, oh, you don't want to get fucking Gimli pissed at you.
Yeah. And like how that other guy is the cheap Terrence Stamp.
Yeah.
I feel like he, John Rhys Davies is the cheap Sean Connery.
I can't get John. You know what? I'd rather have Jonathan Rhys, man. I think he's got more. I
love
more of it.
Yeah, and I did say this during the Lord of the Rings, but I will remind you, he had a hand at me renaming my son Rhys. I did not use that as a selling point to my wife when I was like,
what?
But yeah, I just couldn't do it.
I wonder if they got Munchin on here. This is what gave him all the scoots here.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting married.
So this is actually the beginning point of the other fan theory. The fan theory is that this guy is a good guy.
Right.
And the reason being, he actually shows you at one point where they're having a drink in this scene.
Ooh.
He shows him, he's like, oh, this is a family vintage. And when you see the bottle, it's in Hebrew. And he's working for the Nazis. So he's a Jewish guy working for the Nazis. And they think, and especially because he leads them there, gets the thing, and actually is responsible for killing all those Nazis.
This guy?
Essentially, yeah. He's the guy he's the one who opens the Ark. He's the one who does all that stuff, right? And so they think that his mission was never to help the Nazis. They think his mission was to kill the Nazis, but then
but then Indy came and fucked everything up.
Yeah.
Like, you're deep undercover for your whole life, and then Indiana Jones rolls in and just like, holy fuck.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like, and I almost wonder, because in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they have that one thing where the guy makes that little nod. He's like, from back in whatever other country we were in, right? And he's like, oh, what were we in that country? Double agents. Like, it's like he like lets them on.
Right. Huh.
But they do have that good line. I like that line in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. He's like, does it make you a triple agent? He's like, no, we're just worried about being a double one, Jonesy. However he says it, I don't know. I'm really not an actor. I'd like to be. So there was actually glass there between the two of them because that is a venomous cobra. And
you can't even see it. It looks good.
And it did spit. Well, it's...
get hawked a loog at him, huh?
Yeah, there's a lens you can use. And you can
Jonathan Rhys is happy as a clam.
Yeah. There's a lens that you can use, and if you adjust the lens, it actually gets rid of all of the reflection and stuff. If you do it just right. So if you are using that lens, usually you use it to get rid of glare and stuff like that. But if you, or a lens filter, I mean, if you use it improperly, you could make the windows disappear by accident. But they did it on purpose.
Well, that's neat, eh? You gotta know all the techniques, man.
Yeah. That's one of the lens filter things I always remembered.
I also like the one where it's like in the Tower of Terror where the door, like the hallway goes really long.
Yes.
Ooh, I like that one. They do it in Lord of the Rings too with the
yes,
the road with the ring wraiths coming.
It's it's a really simple. Well, it's a very complicated thing. It's moving forward while zooming out and focusing in.
Right.
Like it's a
neat.
bunch. Yeah,
it's a neat technique and a good star wipe.
And it's a bunch of people like riding it like they're victorious on a tank. Like they're all just standing like doing little things.
Cheers, buddy. Well, this guy's cool. This is like the real Indiana Jones. Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Stole this guy's fucking thunder.
Well,
stole his old lady too.
It's very curious, and I would have liked to have seen them acknowledge that in like one of the future movies. If they really bought into his. So this is the family vintage wine.
Is it the Hebrew bottle?
Yeah.
I'm not a Nazi. Wine brand or whatever that is.
I wouldn't bring my Jew water to the Nazi party. But that's
Jesus own.
Well, there's a line that they bring in later because they realized when they wrote the script, they didn't write anything anti-Jewish in it, and the movie's full of Nazis.
Right.
And they're like, oh, that's kind of weird that we didn't do that. So they wrote in one quick just to remind everybody, hey, we're Nazis, we hate the Jews, right?
Right. Well, they got their fingers in a lot of pies. Like, you know what I mean?
True.
Non-Jew pies.
Yeah.
You know, treasure pies.
Yeah, but they don't say anything anti-gypsy either.
Yeah, well, they don't need to say anything anti to be filthy Nazis.
It's true.
You know, we know they're filthy Nazis. Once we see that logo, we're like, fucking Nazis.
Yeah.
That's the best bad guy.
Or well-dressed Buddhists.
They always make the bad guys like robots or something now. If you have Nazis, blessed is thou.
Yeah.
Joseph.
Well, thank you.
Kill as many Nazis as you want to.
Yeah, no, I'm down with that.
Fuck
The
yeah.
reason they do the robots and aliens and all that is because it's not counting. It doesn't count as violence if you explode a robot's head, right?
Yeah.
It's like, well, you're not showing somebody kill a person.
Use the fucking arms, boys. Boom.
So they find the Ark all in all, but
Do you think when you're on like a deadly mission, it's probably all right to get loaded? You know,
I
I
don't
like
think
a good drunk too, but if at every corner there's danger, I mean,
yeah,
maybe I don't get loaded, drunk, and pass out with some fucking guy that I don't know.
Well, no, but her whole thing is I drink people under the table,
Oh,
right?
right.
So
she just got drank under the table by this guy.
Like she's not even like she's like even probably just faking the drunk too, right?
Oh, jeez, just wasting it. He just said he had that since he was a kid.
Yeah, I like what's his face too. John Rhys Davies has one of the great drinking contest things in Lord of the Rings. See, she's totally fine.
Who?
So he's like where he's drinking against Legolas in the what was it? Third one, I think, Return of the King.
Yes.
When they're drinking and then Legolas is feeling nothing and dude's like, hey,
oh, that's
it's the dwarves that go swimming with the little hairy women, and then he passes out and then Legolas is like, I feel a tingle in my fingers. I think it's affecting me. I was like, it was brilliant. They both did such a good job.
They could hold their liquor so well, the elves. Yeah. Well, look, but he did bring this guy, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know about that fan theory, but if you're in, right?
Well, but that's the thing is he's playing at working for the Nazis, right?
You're gonna have
so
to.
he's going
right?
to lead them to the place where it is.
If you're gonna have to give some results sometimes.
He's got nunchucks.
Whoa!
Oh, he's got triple nunchucks.
Holy, this guy's good. This guy's real good. Oh, it's a choker.
Yeah, it's a close.
Oh, it's a. Oh.
I love that gag. What a even just like the reaction is just like oh. I thought it was an instrument of torture
device. Yeah,
those Nazis.
That thing goes in your pee hole and comes out your a hole.
I want to write,
and they connect it.
I want to write but like edit together a compilation of all the movies that take place over the Nazi regime, and then like intercut them so it looks like they're all happening simultaneously. So like Last Crusade would have to be because this predates like World War II.
You'd have to have the scene where it's like Schindler's List. He walks by and then Hitler's behind him and then Indy meets him.
Yeah. And then you find out that what actually melted off some of the Nazis' face in this was Brad Pitt and his Inglourious Bastards.
Look at this. Like, what is this thing? What's this all about?
This is the actual Well of Souls.
This looks like the thing that they bring out at the buffet.
I always mistake.
This is the king crab legs, man. This is the big money item. The people are lined up. Old ladies are punching each other out. Yeah. 15 guys died just so you can eat a crab leg.
Yeah. Oh, where is it? I was looking for the C3PO. I couldn't find it.
Oh, I forgot all about that. I saw that a long time ago. I should have told you.
Yeah, no, I mistook the place. I hate when I do those things.
What do they fake it? This is gold spray or what? Looks pretty good.
Yeah,
I think if solid gold, that would be way heavier because the gold bar is like hella heavy.
Oh god, I held a gold bar. I went to the Royal Canadian Mint when we were in Ottawa for a weekend little getaway thing.
Right.
And I picked it up and I was like, oh my God.
It's
like
heavy.
It reminded me, like, because the only time I'd ever seen somebody pick up a gold bar was in Die Hard with a Vengeance.
That's exactly.
And I was like, what? And I was like, would it really be that heavy? And I was
heavy.
like, I've never seen like
20 pounds or something.
It weighed a chunk, man.
Yeah.
Like it was significant.
I love that little
it would have been better
view there. It's almost magic hour.
If just for shits and giggles they had two suns there. So they did like the tattoo.
Oh yeah, totally. There's all types of this is like a whole snake bramble. It's like every type of snake you could friggin' have.
Yeah, no doubt.
Here they come. Filthy Nazis. You know what? Even watching this movie now, it's like not like a lot of stuff happens, but there's not a lot of big money stuff.
Yeah.
So like it's a lot of like anticipation and
there was a scene earlier too when Sala gets confronted by the Nazi. He actually shits himself.
Who does?
Like in real life. Like John Rhys Davies. He had cholera while he was shooting.
Wow.
So
this movie had a lot of bowel problems. See, that's why I said that thing he picked up in the beginning.
Yeah, everybody's assholes opened up like
Fucking Jackie Treehorn's up there honking away.
He's got a little Ben Gazzara in him
Yeah.
too.
This guy's everyone.
This man is the real life Rorschach. He's whoever you want to see.
Exactly, right?
Because right now I see Ellen DeGeneres.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try for Paul Reiser.
They're wearing their equestrian pants.
I know. Oh, those, yeah. What are the spats? Just toss her down there. There's apparently... There's a scene in...
upskirt.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good one. Not bad. No upskirt is better than the one that's in Goonies. My God.
I don't really remember seeing the upskirt.
Oh, yeah, when she what's her name with the skirt on the whole time? She walks through the one doorway, and it's just like her whole ass.
Are you talking the mom?
Not the mom.
Kids. You don't have an uncle.
I wish. I don't have a penis. Upskirt. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. That woman's amazing. I don't want to make fun of her.
You see my big hairy hole? I always thought she was Danny DeVito until they were in a movie together.
Her vagina is played by Danny DeVito.
Oh, God. That'd be amazing. You get the upskirt. Hey, how you doing?
Exactly. You're locked in, baby.
Apparently, like, they had a deleted scene or whatever where they're suffocating in there because you would. So it's like they're like dying and they're trying to figure out how to get it.
I like that one Nazi dude, even though it's like hella hot, he's got all black on.
Yeah.
He's got the black trench.
See, and you even see there a little tinge. It was a very quick shot, but you see a little tinge of like regret in Belloc's face.
So you meant in the snakes.
No, snakes don't.
He's
regret.
like, why did I do this? I could have been,
Yeah. I could have been in Magnum PI.
Exactly.
I like she attacks the rope.
There was definitely regret on his face
Yeah.
when they closed it up. He was like, oh shit.
I could have got some poon. The apparently when you see the big groups of snakes, because they couldn't get enough, if you really look, there's a bunch of just hose pieces in there. They're
Nice.
just like, because they went to literally every place they could get to buy snakes, and they were like, yeah, this is not enough snakes for this. So they literally were just cutting. They just like cut long lengths of hose and toss them in. If you play, because of that whole thing we said with the C-3PO and R2-D2,
Right.
if you play the Lego Indiana Jones game for like PlayStation and Xbox, you can unlock C-3PO as a character.
Those Lego games are pretty crazy.
I like the
fire.
original ones. I don't know about the new ones. I actually haven't played them.
They
but
get
I
good reviews. They get good ratings.
but I don't like the idea that, because originally everything was funny because there was no dialogue and it was all just like, like it was just.
Right.
But now it's like everything's got written dialogue and it has to be, and I'm like, I'd rather it just let it be the story and don't come up with new dialogue, and then you have to get voice actors, and then I have to decide whether or not I like the voice actors, and then like.
If it's not Mark Hamill, I don't like him.
That's the truth. He should
I just
play.
didn't like the games because they were always like, I don't know, just riding around in one big area, or
Well, I like,
there was like no bosses to fight in, and what the
Yeah.
hell was even going on? I was like, this game is really weird.
but I like because it had a lot of like
Oh, this guy's alive.
you can beat the story, but then you got to go back 2 or 3 times to beat everything, because there's like
grab
areas
everything.
you can't.
Yeah.
Because there's areas you
I
can't
like that,
access
man. That's
until you get
replay
to the end.
value.
Yeah.
Fucking game costs $80 now.
Well, one.
79, all of them.
Oh, yeah.
$79.99.
Yeah, it's
So
crazy.
you buy the system for $500. You buy 6 games. That's the cost of your system.
Yep.
Go to the library, people.
Yeah.
Rent games. You thought I was going to say read? Oh my God.
Stupid.
Oh my God. There's games there now.
Yeah. Thank God.
I went there.
Oh yeah.
I went there to laugh and pick on people because I hadn't been in years, right? I wanted
Yeah.
to make myself feel good. Oh my God. Woo. And yeah, no, it's not the same, man.
I like it's just to get you in the door.
Yeah.
Like it's just, and then it's like,
Video
oh, while you're here, you
games.
want a book, and it's like, I don't want your.
Oh yeah,
damn-
I went in there and I was like, I updated my card
that's
and
scary.
holy jeez,
That would be a
felt
good-
up. Oh yeah, hey
that
girl.
would be a good haunted house.
Look at the tongue on this one, hey ladies,
Hey.
snake tongue, just like Laserface. They call me boa constrictor tongue.
Oh, taser face.
Taser
Taser
When I say
face.
laser
Everybody-
face.
Yeah. It's no different.
I kind of felt bad for him in the end.
Yeah.
I was like, poor Taser face.
Yeah,
Everyone's laughing at him.
Apparently, he was a real character in the comic book series too.
You don't
I was
want-
looking everybody up, but he doesn't look like that. Like,
Right.
he's just
They changed him.
they gave.
Ooh,
he-
the James Gunn changed and everything. The
well,
bastard.
he was very like I think he was. If I'm remembering right, he was more human.
More human than human?
Yes.
Oh,
Rob Zombie.
Yeah.
It's on my workout list. Because it makes me feel more human than human while I'm jogging 3.2 miles per hour.
Yeah.
More human. Dang. Make me die. That's why I don't.
Those feet up.
I can't
drinking it. Everybody gets their own. I love that.
Mm-hmm.
I love. I can't do it now because it just is not the same. Like if I'm, get a good gig or get some good cash, I'm gonna buy one of those things where you put booze into it.
Nice decanter.
Yeah, decanter. Man, I like those.
I've never seen this actual plane before.
I like the guy's goggles.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
looking around every which way but the back.
There you go. I see you.
Yeah, this is a weirdo plane. Eh? It's a real plane or what?
I don't know. I'm guessing yes, but I've
Ooh.
never ever seen it.
It's got some camels wandering by.
Boom.
Hey, this guy.
So this guy's already died once
Oh, he did?
in this movie. He was one of the Sherpas early on, like in the scene.
I like this guy. He's like, yeah, there's a fisticuff going on. I'm
Yeah.
taking my shirt off. I'm gonna involve myself.
Right. Yeah, he got a horny from the.
Oh, hey, he's
fisticuff.
taking his gloves off.
I
He's
would've
taking
left
his
the gloves
sweet
on.
time. He got a
So
big
his
poopy
name-
stain on the back.
His name's Pat Roach. He was actually a British wrestler.
He looks like it.
Yeah,
He looks like Bronson. Look at this guy.
Hey, come on out. Let's fight.
He's like a big bastard, man.
Yeah. He
I
looks
don't know why I
like
feel like British dudes are tougher than us.
because they've been through some shit.
Yeah, I'm just like, man, I wouldn't fuck with this guy, man. He'll probably just headbutt you and then
Like their idea of a fun time to this day is still going to a pub and getting into a fist fight.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that just I never understood that.
Yeah.
A guy that wants to go to the bar and get into a fight. As long, you know what? As long as he's okay with getting his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can see that's okay. But it's always some big, huge guy that wants to bully around.
Yeah. So this guy, in addition, obviously this is his most
Holy jeez.
memorable appearance, but he was also in Temple of Doom and Last Crusade as different characters. He was another Gestapo guy
Was he?
in Last Crusade. Boom. I like that.
Oh, yeah.
I like that Indy cheats. Oh.
You know, when you are on the side of good and you're fighting Nazis and evil guys are fighting you they're not coming one at a time, you can cheat your fucking ass off all you want.
I always just follow the words of Jesse the Body Ventura. Win if you can, lose if you must. Always cheat.
Yeah, I like that. That's like Eddie Guerrero to cheat to win.
Cheat to win.
Fucking Eddie Guerrero's
I liked,
man.
I liked Jesse Ventura's better though because it's kind of humble. It's just like, yeah, you might not win, but don't not cheat.
Gotta
Like,
cheat.
why wouldn't? Like, that's just like,
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, that just seems really wasteful.
Go out of your way. That's like when you see people that
Oh,
they're so lazy that they go out of their way to not work, and it's like you might as well just have worked.
that scene there, his knee was actually run over in one of the takes
Oh
by
my
that
God.
plane. He likes to get his legs injured in big movies, as it turns out, because he did the same shit in Force Awakens where he got caught in the door in the Millennium Falcon.
He's the guy that got caught in the door.
Yeah, but he rather than have to deal with Tunisian healthcare, he just iced his knee and just powered through it. And he's like, "I'll deal with this when we get back to the States."
What happened to your leg? Got run over by a plane. A
When-
Nazi plane.
Yeah, when a long time ago, you should really fix it.
Oh, here we go. Get explosion.
God.
Oh, look like somebody finally woke up the Mexican worker there.
Oh, ouch.
I was gonna say before, but they
Build
didn't,
that wall.
They didn't show there was a really good shot of him lying down
Yeah.
under the plane when they were fighting, but then it went away, and I was like, fuck.
Yeah, build that Berlin Wall. Build that Berlin Wall.
Double it up. I don't actually know if Mexican workers are lazy. All
They're
of my
not.
racial knowledge comes from South Park, so don't blame me.
Yeah. To everything I have ever seen, they are the opposite of lazy. They just don't get to do the fun jobs.
That sucks.
Yeah.
He's really wailing on this guy.
Oh, this is
I forgot about this. I should have known right when I saw that propeller going.
yeah.
Oh, bud. Oh.
It should have been like they should have had like an R-rated version, like the NC-17 rated version, where hunks of brain and bone were slapping up against the Nazi symbol.
She should have been, if this is that one, then she should have been sunning her boobs, and then his head hits, and then her boobs get covered in brain cleave.
Yeah.
Like Jackie Onassis. They do any JFK porn out there? Is that one been done?
Like, what do you mean? Like somebody like
She's
playing
like having sex, and then his brains get splattered all over her. Maybe Lee Harvey Oswald's banging her.
Yeah, it's called The Second Shooter. On her grassy knoll.
Fucking yay. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, man.
They're all dead, right? We don't have to give a shit, right?
I didn't want any Mexicans to be offended, so we took it to the top, baby.
Yeah.
The fucking tippy top.
I like it. I just found out, I was reading, way off topic, but Evan Seinfeld from Biohazard.
This is not the place for off-topic remarks, sir.
Sorry, but I'm doing it anyways. I was rewatching Oz, and Evan Seinfeld was in that, but he's the lead singer in that of Biohazard and all that stuff.
Oh,
he was also a porn actor.
No, his wife is Tara Patrick?
Yeah, but no, he also did porn under the name Spider Jones.
Spider Joe. He's got a big hog, man.
Well, I saw it in Oz. I've never seen it in porn. And I'm not interested. I'm not interested in professional porn anyways. You can't make me watch it.
It's garbage. Ugh,
you can't
I'll tell you,
watch it.
Honestly, I've never ever liked. I've seen a couple of films, a couple of VHS films back in my day.
Yeah.
I hate the porno.
You know what I think?
I hate all of it. I'm a magazine man.
Yeah. You know what I think turned me off of it was the fact that if you wanted one of them, the size of the tapes were roughly the size of a Buick Skylark.
Yes.
It's like you had to like.
No, the weird thing is that it was the same concept with children's films. Children's films had huge Disney boxes. When you open it, it was like there's like 30% around the outside in case your child drops it. Same thing with porno. The box was huge.
Yeah, because they didn't realize that what came out of you was sticky, not slippery.
Yeah, exactly. Ain't nothing slipping out of that dirty old hand. Go, Indy! He stole my horse.
It reminds me of...
Look at these guys. They're not even driving. Look at them. They're just pretending they're humping around in the desert.
Definitely. It reminds me of National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, where like the tree opened on him and he had the sap, so everything he's touching sticks to him.
He's trying to read the magazine?
Yeah.
Here he comes. Ooh, our feet just touched under the
that means
podcast
we're gonna
table.
have gay sex.
It's not gay.
All right, yeah.
I'm in a relationship with a woman. And the sex I have outside of that relationship is not gay.
Yeah. It's just swinging.
That's right.
That's dangerous.
That
poor
is.
horse.
I know. That poor horse. I don't even do that with my horse in Zelda.
Well, I heard that a snake was killed on the set of this, and I was kind of bummed out. And then I found out it was killed by other snakes.
It was turn this whole thing off.
A python was bit by a cobra, and the python died.
Oh man, can't they just get along?
And they also said that a python kept biting all the people. So I'm wondering if the cobra just helped out. Like
maybe
the cobra was a teamster, and
the other one was a scab.
You don't fuck with mine.
This is the shit right here, jumping into other man. I can't. Why can't I just do this?
You can.
You know what?
You will go to jail, but
I always think about being in the situation and thinking to myself like this would work in a movie, and then dying.
Nice. There's nothing better than a Nazi having a Wilhelm scream. It just works perfectly. This is the original version of the Fate of the Furious, where all the cars are pouring out of the windows.
Buddy just looks and he goes, whoa! He was shocked that someone was driving it because it was going so poorly. That was his face.
Yeah. I want to be the first person who, when I guffaw, actually say the word guffaw. I go, guffaw?
Here we go. Push him right off the fucking road.
He's driving awfully dangerous for the fact that he has like something that is like the greatest and possibly most dangerous power in the world.
Yeah.
And he's also taking away water. Like that probably wasn't a set piece.
That
was actually how Tunisians got their water.
All
like
of them.
Just sideswipe it.
Spielberg, you monster.
If you're not all, he's like, I'm hot, so you need to all be hot and thirsty.
So what time or what time frame was the Crystal Skull? 40 something?
Yeah.
No, 50s.
Yes, it was in the 50s.
When will the next one be? The 60s? Maybe it'll be the 70s, the swinging 70s with indies. Like way too old.
That would be amazing. It's just him and Marion constantly going to key parties. And
Marion is played by Sue. Sex with Sue's Sue.
Oh, God.
She's still going?
Sue Johansson. I don't think so.
Sue Johansson, you sexy mama.
To my knowledge, she's not going, but I know, I only know from when she left the Canadian TV show because I was working on it at the time.
There it is.
That doesn't hold up. That did not look like they murdered those people. That doesn't. It doesn't make me feel good to know that those people were real people who lived.
I know, right?
I'm not happy with any of that. Why are they all climbing around? Wouldn't you just do this one at a time and make like maybe one guy will succeed?
I want to be, I need some backup.
Yeah,
I need somebody to be like, you're going to kill him. Yeah.
Because he could do this or so much as slam on the brakes and brush these people off of him.
Couldn't they go through the middle? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right behind Indy? Couldn't they just shoot him in the back of the head through?
Well, I don't know if that's armored. They should have said something. That would have answered. Like, to me, if there's going to be any question, just say a line.
We're gonna have to go around. It's armored plated.
Like if it should have been one guy going, "I'll end this," and just aims his gun right away.
Oh, we got him.
Nice.
Oh shit.
Yeah, but yeah, I would just have the guy like aim his gun right away, right through the thing, and they're like, "You can't. It's armor plated," and then boom, that's the end.
Done.
It's like, to me, like, I will suspend disbelief for anything if they try to explain it,
except for like swinging with the monkeys.
No,
you know what? In the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, they should have showed the monkeys going, these damn guys cutting through our woods.
Yeah.
The next guy that swings through here, I'm gonna help him out. And then well, what do you know, right?
I would have been fine with it if they're like, we're now in Chokonchin, the land of this unrealistic monkeys. Like that would have like
they look like cartoons, but I can assure you they're real.
Yes.
Done. You're right. Done.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Oh, this guy's gonna keep trying. Nobody's made their way.
It was successful. He almost went
I like
out.
that Indy's getting beat up though, man. It's very John McClane of him.
Nice. Oh, I like the punches. Oh, they did not care about AIDS back then, although AIDS did not exist back in the 40s. The 30s. This was 39 this one took place.
Oh.
So there. Oh, let's take some of those. Oh, look at the Mercedes thing is underneath.
Holy jeez, you got a little Jackie Chan crotch to tire action.
He got run over here too.
Holy
he got his
fuck.
dick run over.
It's that guy that gets his legs run over. Paul Hogan.
Yeah, he did look a lot like Paul Hogan.
MD here trying to run him over.
Shit.
Hold on, Indy. I wouldn't like to be in that situation, let me tell you.
No, I'd love it.
It's good thing he's wearing leather underwear.
He's about to do the speed thing now. He's got to look for the bomb underneath.
Yeah, maybe we could watch Speed. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
All right. We're announcing this right now. Next week we're watching Speed.
All right.
Well, not next week. 2 weeks from now. We're going to announce we're going to announce again next week that we're watching Speed.
So pretend that you didn't hear this.
Yeah.
See? Nice and organic. That's how I like to do it.
It's literally how we do these. I've mentioned in the past, we have lists of movies that we've got to do, and we almost never consult the list. We just talk shit, and we're like, what do you want to do? Let's do this. All right, done. That's not even on my list because I didn't think about it. Although I think Speed is on the list, but
Speed 2 boat season.
No, I'm not doing Cruise Control.
Oh, Cruise Control. Yeah.
You couldn't pay me to do Cruise Control.
How do you like it, bud?
Oh,
wow.
That was a really cheap way to do that stunt, but it worked.
Yeah, it gets the point across.
It's like that jumping over what was it, Kobe jumping over the car when it drove past.
Yes. He's like 4 miles ahead of it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think he should have just done it. I think he could have done it.
You ever run anybody off the road?
I got run off the road once.
You did?
I was on a bike and it was geese, but it's still the same. Literally. And it was
you did yell, "You Nazi!" as you went into the canal.
Geese are the Nazis of the sky.
Oh my god, they totally are.
And remember, Nazis had Zeppelins, which means I'm saying they were worse than Nazis
Damn
when it comes
right.
to the sky. I like that these guys all knew to just be in on this. Like, everybody was prepared for this to be the end point.
They've been standing there for years.
Yeah. Like,
knowing full well.
It's like in Lord of the Rings, the people on the citadels, like, who have to, like, light the beacons.
Yep.
It's like they're just waiting for their moment. It's
the dude on the top of the mountain who's waiting for the other one down way over there to go off.
Yeah.
You could be probably sitting there your whole life and it not go off.
Oh, absolutely. They've said, like, there were probably generations of people.
Is that what it is?
Like, yeah. Who have...
Imagine, like, you've been standing your whole life. You're like, okay, Grandpa, it's time to go home and die. Yeah. And you get home and the fucking light comes on. You know what I mean? Somebody comes in, oh my god, the light's coming. You're like, motherfucker.
As your light's going out, that light's coming on. You're like, no. This guy should have been Yaphet Kotto. There's no way. Also a Bond actor. He
should be Woogie left here 5 minutes ago.
Oh,
that guy? What's his name?
No, but I think Yaphet Kotto. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You know his name. You said it before.
Yeah.
You screamed it out in bed once.
Yaphet Kotto. I only yell that. But yeah, anybody who doesn't know Yaphet Kotto, yeah, he was in a Bond movie. He was also in The Running Man.
Yes.
Great in The Running Man.
Oh, is he the skate? Is he for
He's the darkest black man in the world. He's the guy who, when he's in the dark, his eyes open and you're like, oh my god, eyes.
Oh, yes. Yeah, like in The Simpsons when they're in the dark. It's for fire. That's for water. That's for your kids. Ooh.
Oh.
This one's for Indiana.
Look at where his hand is. It's down around his crotch. He's probably giving it a little
And that's
double
not
tongue.
the ship's horn. That's him. She just honk. Just a nice fucking
That
model.
would've been amazing. Do you get a lot of this? Do you have to bring archaeologists from one point to another?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Look.
I was watching Border Security, and a guy got in trouble. Like, a captain of a ship brought his wife with him. And he's like, you're not a crew person. You're a traveler, and you don't have anything. So the whole ship wasn't allowed to come into the country because he brought his wife like an idiot.
But the captain.
Yeah.
You should have known better than that.
You would think.
Oh, anyway, he would just take it all out of his crew. Oh, because of you stupid idiots, we can't go in there.
One thing I like about captains of any ship, no matter whether they're good or evil, they always give you their room. It was like, even when a captain takes you like hostage.
Oh,
like,
yes. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I was like, well, I never been in the captain's fucking room just to clean it.
Yeah, it's like, if you're taken hostage, you're doing the, he's like, I'll give you my quarters. If you're like a prisoner of war, you get my quarters. If you're friggin' like refugee, I will give you my quarters.
And then when we get to land, I'm killing you. Oh,
why was it a gunshot?
like, I mean, my lord.
And the loudest scream in the world. He's been through, like, look at how beat up he is.
That's the one that did it. That's the straw that broke the camel's back, man, you know? Look at all that booze everywhere.
This is the classic thing, too, because they're doing the, oh, don't be such a baby. He's been through the ringer. He was dragged by a truck for a while.
Saved your life about 1,000,000 times in 10 minutes, and you're like, oh, stop being a baby.
He was shot. He was dragged by a car. He had to hold himself up with his bullet hole arm.
I guess that's all you need to do for that wound is just touch a cotton swab to one part of it slightly, and he is done.
Well, if it's the right brand of cotton swab.
Cottonelle.
Yes. Only the fine. I like the word, doesn't it hurt?
You're supposed to kiss the ones that don't.
And downy here. No, that's what she's saying. He's saying where it doesn't hurt.
He at no point even thinks that he can point at his crotch.
No, he points over there. He's pointing at the captain's crotch who's been sitting there. He's wearing an open bathrobe and nothing else.
See, this is what you get when you save your life over and over again.
Did she just French his eye?
Yes, she did. Better kiss him there. Princess Leia, back up too.
I would have liked him to just, before he kissed, just stop. You're very average looking. And then just start kissing again.
That's how they keep coming back. You got to slightly insult them.
That's how you got to neg them a little.
Yeah.
But you...
Oh my God, she's a terrible kiss. He just fell asleep. She's such a terrible kisser.
That's amazing. It's like Guardians of the Galaxy. He's like, you're so hideous.
Yeah. You're so beautiful on the inside.
They did such a good job with that. I do not trust that thing.
What's in there? A kangaroo?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's the kangaroo that is constantly mistaken for a mouse by Sylvester.
Exactly. Or it was that one, not Twilight Zone, but it was one of these
Jewish
fucking,
rat is not happy.
I don't know what, one of those Creepy Tales movies, and there was like this monster in a crate. What the fuck movie was that? He sent his ex-wife down there to get eaten by it. Damn.
Shit, I don't know. That could be anything.
You think they just had sex, but nope, he passed out like a real man.
How did she get on the inside? I've never, as a man, whenever I've had a bed against a wall, I've never been allowed to sleep on the outside of the bed. I'm always against the wall.
Really? I want the wall. I gotta sleep on the outside.
See,
the ghost comes right out of the closet right there. I don't want to fucking sleep there.
I don't like the scenarios because one of two things always happens. I either have to get up to go to the washroom, which isn't a very frequent thing, but it happens when I'm stuck on the wall, or I wake up first.
That's why I have plastic sheets, man.
Yeah, there it is.
Fuck it.
But I'll wake up first, and then I can't get out. And then I'm like, I'm just going to have to slay here.
What is it jammed into? Like, there's only one way out is going over? Just slide your way down.
No, it's usually there's like no room for that nonsense. Or it's the kind of thing where I know it'll wake her up if I move around.
Fuck.
So it's like...
Better wake up. This looks for real. This submarine, the boat was really cool looking.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
You mean U-boat for Unterseeboot.
No, my boat. What? What the fuck are you talking about?
U-boat, me boat, everybody boat.
Oh, they're coming up through the old whatever this thing is. I
Yeah.
should probably know what that is, but...
I always just assumed it was a weird laundry chute.
Fuck. I don't know what it is.
I have no idea.
It's like the
I
dumb
feel
waiter.
like-
It's the lazy waiter.
I feel like they always used it to get information in Love
Ooh,
Boat.
you think you were going to do anything to that strong German jaw, honey? Psst, try again.
Not a chance.
That's why they stopped you. You just embarrassed yourself.
What about the Jones? I want nothing more. See, look at he has to be Yaphet Kotto. He also looks kind of like Adebisi,
Adebisi's the man.
except with hair, obviously.
That man, you fashion sense. You see how that wore
Yeah.
a man wore a toque? Oh my god.
How do you wear that?
What does
thing
her
on
hair
your
smell
head?
like? Terror.
Hair kernel.
Or at least her hair.
You're savage.
Savage. You're talking to a captain, sir.
Yes, and you're a Nazi. Like let's
Yeah.
work it all.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
savage.
for real.
I need this girl to help me kill all the Jews. You just want to sell her.
savage. You just want to keep her so she can cook for you and then let her go on land so she can live her life. You savage.
I feel like I've only got a couple more uses of the word Jew in me before I start feeling really guilty.
I'll take over for you. I don't think I've even said it yet.
I've
I haven't even touched my quota.
really been dipping my finger in that well.
I'm going to get stopped early because you use so many.
He's on so many submarines in movies. Comes up a lot.
The
Or
submarine or this guy on
Or
submarines.
characters he's played. Because he played Jack Ryan, but he wasn't Jack Ryan when he was in Hunt for Red October.
Yeah.
But then he was in U-571. Splashes. Which
Cool
was not...
submarine. I wonder if this is a real sub or is this just the top or...
It's probably a real sub.
What's with the
It
friggin'
looks
air
pretty...
holes?
I'm saying
so
real.
the animals can breathe.
It's so it can take on the water.
That's where the guys row. They got to hold their breath. We're going under. Hold your breath.
Yeah.
Oh,
You go
man.
get him.
Why
He
can't
really-
they just save the world once or something, man?
Who puts a flag on a friggin' submarine?
Hey, they take pride. They really cleaned it up nice.
And how is it dry? Like have they been there all day?
Oh,
for it
here's
to
another
dry
one.
out?
Here, you can also have the submarine app.
I feel like it should be blue. I feel like
They're
that
on
would
a sub.
really help.
Oh, because they're maybe.
Yeah. The only other thing that would be better is if it went through land. And they're like, what's happening? and then it goes and it backs up and you're like, you're probably wondering what happened here. And then you see it like ramps like the Batmobile in like the Christopher Nolan Batmans.
Holy Jesus.
Where it goes, and it pops out.
Oh, here's their. You know what? I just don't even remember any of this stuff. Where the fuck are they?
What?
And their
They're back-
secret under the mountain base?
Yeah.
Are they digging for the Covenant, the Ark of the Covenant here or something?
No, they got it now. They got the Ark.
Oh, is that big thing that
Yeah.
they're carrying all them egg rolls
Yeah,
in?
baby. Yeah.
Oh.
If that's the best way to do it.
Sweating.
He is a sweaty bastard.
You think Bond could take James Bond take Indy in a
Oh, absolutely.
fist on fist?
Well,
though?
one of
no
them's-
guns, no shenanigans.
One of them's
mono.
One of them's trained to fight. The other one's an archaeology teacher.
Yeah, but I just feel like Indy's got the luck.
He's got the stick to itiveness and toughness, but like the other guy's literally trained to kill you with or without a weapon.
Yes, that is true.
So-
He was pretty good in that fight in that tight quarters fight with Sean Bean and Goldeneye.
And while we're talking about James Bond and all that, let's just give another R.I.P. to Roger Moore.
What?
He lost. Yeah, he died yesterday.
No way.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Roger Moore.
as we're filming the or as we're recording
no
this,
shit.
he died yesterday.
Roger Moore.
89 years old, had a very short bout with cancer, so it wasn't like a lengthy suffering.
Well, all right. Well, this Indiana Jones is dedicated to you, Roger.
Yeah, and your greatest movie, The Quest.
You know what? I want to send this out too to the fucking people like area at that Ariana Grande concert, man. That is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Like a bomb goes off. Can't even go see a fucking movie or anything in this day and age.
It's heartbreaking. And, as silly as it is, because obviously obviously I feel for all the people who are victims and then all the people who are just there.
Yeah.
I feel for Ariana Grande.
I do too.
Because it's like how do you go on?
Oh, you know what? This is awful. Okay,
Okay.
but I'm gonna say it anyways.
Precursor
this
awful.
is my conspiracy theory. Ariana's got a lot of hits. She doesn't have a ballad. Okay, she hires ISIS to blow her own concert up, so now she can make a heartfelt song about it, and be like the biggest singer in the world.
Okay, yeah,
Boom.
you're right. That was awful.
Boom.
That was awful. But I just feel bad. Like, how do you go on performing? How can you ever step out on the stage without remembering that
It's
happening?
probably going to be a lot of therapy and shit.
Oh God, yeah. I could see, like, if she said, "I will never perform again," I would be like, yeah, I totally get it.
You know what? She's a Disney girl, man. She's seen way worse.
Oh, I love Disney too much for you to say that. But yeah.
Speaking of Nazis, huh?
What?
Disney Nazis? Yeah. Yeah, he was.
He was an apologist, but that's
I apologize for a lot of shit I didn't do.
I know, right?
You know?
Yeah.
Fuck. And a lot of things I did, mostly from here.
Why does there always have to be flag marchers?
Did
I really felt bad for them. Like, whenever you see like an old like Civil War or Revolutionary War, you get those guys who are just holding flags
or the little drummer boy.
I'm like, give me a goddamn.
It's like some 14-year-old kid with a drum.
Yeah, I can't wait till my friggin' leg gets blown off by a cannon because I can't move with this goddamn drum on me.
Keep drumming.
Yeah.
I'm half a person. Keep drumming.
He's just, this is the speed of my heartbeat.
That's what you're hearing. Oh, there it is. You got to keep it covered up.
Nice.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, this is
What
like,
kind of cloth is that? What do you think that is? Velvet? Crushed velvet.
yeah, it's there's a in Liberace's biopic that Michael Douglas did. He goes to where the Ark of the Covenant is buried or like hidden at the end of this movie, and he goes in and takes that velvet out and makes his first velour suit.
The velour fog.
Yeah.
When oh my God, there's like flies coming out of his mouth.
Yeah.
How can he not be bad?
Yeah, there's actually there was a big thing where they say that fly, he eats the fly, and he's like, I didn't eat the fly. It flies off of me.
It did. I could clearly see it fly. That probably haunted his whole life.
But the way it looks like it crawls
I'm
to his mouth.
surprised he
and
didn't
then when he
like
says one
smack
word-
it. He was probably like, goddamn fly on my face. Like,
It must have been happening all day at this point for them to be that chill about
yeah,
it.
they don't even give a fuck. Blow them all to hell.
See, again, this guy is a smart adversary. That's what I like about this guy as a bad guy. He's every bit like, he is as smart as him. He has all the skills. He has all that stuff. And he's like, yeah. And then it's like, he knows right away. He's like, you wouldn't blow it up because I wouldn't blow it up. So let's go ahead. See what happens.
It's like his evil side.
Uh-huh.
Ooh. Your wildest aspirations.
I feel like I can't be wrong. I feel like the Nazi flag is probably the most seen flag in films.
Or the American flag.
Like but that one, they cram it down your throat in ways where it's like,
but
where,
you mean
where
in
it
other
shouldn't
movies?
even be there.
Yeah,
like,
I think you might be right.
Like, let's just say in the context of you need to see the flag. Like,
Yeah.
so in those Civil War movies
Yeah.
where they're holding the flag, totally fine that they have that. You give a soldier folded flag, that kind of thing, okay. But just like a guy wearing like a giant American flag on his t-shirt for no reason or that kind of thing, that doesn't count.
You might be right. I think you might be right.
So, like, what does that say about us, where we give more?
We give more screen time to the awful.
Yeah, for the political side of this, it's kind of the way that all the news people gave Trump all the publicity during the presidential like primaries and stuff like that. It's why he so easily beat all of the other Republicans for the nomination, because he got like 10 hours for every hour everybody else got.
You just make sure, to good or bad, you make that camera on you. That's a cool outfit. Got some buttons. And there's a space helmet hanging off that thing.
Yeah, and this is another part of the whole thing why they think. I wonder if that was Spielberg behind the thing.
Yeah.
But this is another reason they think that this guy was a good guy too. Like, he was prepared with this like Aramaic, Israel, like Jewish.
Well, they know they're gonna need somebody to say the things. Look at, he's got like, what the hell is that on his? That looks like the console and Darth Vader, the front of his suit there. Look at Buddy's thing there. Look.
Yeah, a little bit. I wonder if that's on purpose. It's jewels and stuff.
Yeah, it kind of looks like it, eh?
It really makes you wonder. Oh, do not touch that sand.
Oh, shit. Here it is. Rub it on your face.
I feel like that is just like skin flakes of whoever they left in there.
Foot skin flakes.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Skin flakes from every foot and every pharaoh from the beginning.
That the German there, they've been through all this and he's laughing. Would you not be furious to have wasted your whole life?
He's a nihilist. He knew this was coming. He's like, I told you, you owe me $10 fucking bucks.
Yeah.
American.
No,
Oh,
starts to
shit's
fry.
going crazy. This is like when Michael Jackson was on that Pepsi set. Only there's less Nazi logos
Yes. Why
in this movie.
Why are you taking everything I love and throwing Nazi on it today? Hey, Disney and Pepsi are Nazi.
I didn't say Pepsi.
Well,
I
no,
would
but you
never
said
do that.
Oh, well, you said Pepsi. I thought you were saying that this had less Nazi logos than Pepsi's set.
Yes,
Well, then that's what you're
I
saying.
was.
You just
you're
shot
right.
all over-
You're right. I did and am.
It's still going.
Here we go, buddy. Don't look. Don't look. Don't you look, baby. You know what? As awful of the stupid shit that we say all the time,
Yeah.
I think that the people out there know that we don't mean it. But I
course.
do honestly mean that the Nazis are just motherfuckers, man. You just,
Yeah.
oh my God.
You're very brave for taking that stance.
Ooh, aren't I? Though somebody's got to
You're just-
say what everyone's thinking.
And I'm gonna say this right off the bat. I'm not a real big fan of child molesters.
What?
Don't like them. Actually, they did another good sketch on Saturday Night Live on the season finale. It was all these evil scientists coming up with their evil things. Like, this is a shrink ray. It'll shrink down the president. The other person, this is an ice ray, and it will cover all of the world's monuments in ice. And then The Rock comes out with his really like crude looking robot. He's like, this is a child molesting robot. He's like, and they're
Oh
like,
yeah, it was
"Oh."
The Rock. How was he?
He was good. He's always good.
He is always
That was
good.
his fifth time. He got his
He's
five
a fifth,
timers.
He's a fifth timer. Look at that.
2 in a row because Melissa McCarthy did the week before, and Steve Martin came out and gave her 5 timers club
No
thing
way.
and surprised her. She was like, "Oh God!"
Who?
So when Steve Martin came out, Melissa McCarthy was like, "Oh, my God,
no
Steve Martin!"
way. Look at
weird
this. Here
thing,
we go.
TMZ reported that Colin Jost, the Weekend Update guy, was seen making out with Scarlett Johansson at the after party
Woo.
of the thing. I'm like, how did you nail that down, homie?
Woo.
Good for you.
She's got herpes.
Oh, look at see, this is
There it is.
this is the flames they put in front of him to. Oh, those are great
Look
scenes.
at that.
See, watch. See that
Oh.
that was their rated R, but they put the flames up to like soften it, and it works. Oh,
Look at everybody getting burned out.
so why are the flames?
Jesus, it's hot in here.
I don't know why the flames didn't like.
Did you just
reach
fart?
them.
No. Holy fuck.
Like
Whoa.
you would think that people could see that from other places.
Yeah,
like,
but
this should
they
be something that was
you know,
discussed.
there's not satellites or anything to be checking this shit out.
Is this the coming of Zool?
There it goes. It's flying off.
And this is another thing too, because it does come back.
Oh, it's going to pop right back on it perfectly. Boop.
There should have been one person who didn't look, and then he thinks it's all done, and then he looks in the thing. He's like, "What the hell?" And it just slams down on his
hand.
Yeah. Oh.
So what? You just don't look at it.
Yeah. Like Paul Anka said in The Simpsons, just don't look. Just don't look.
Doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So what was in there? Ghosts?
Well, the Ark of the Covenant
who
is...
was that? Was that like what's his name's ghost? Part of the Seas there, the band?
Yeah.
What's his name?
Jesus.
Noah.
Noah. No, different Ark.
Oh.
Different Ark.
He's probably getting all the wrong mail.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I keep getting face melt complaints.
Yeah, like this isn't me, man.
And then the Ark of the Covenant finally, like, it reaches out to him. It's like, why do they keep sending me 2 animals?
Yeah, like,
I can't fit any animals in
he can
here.
fit in the, well, he can fit a lot. They just have to be mulched down into
Yes.
dust.
Yeah. Oh my God, is that what's happening? Well, we just solved another one, folks. We couldn't do it without him.
Boom.
So we said the movie was $18 million budget, made $248.2 million.
Woo.
So, and that's
The studios are all worried, eh?
and that's just US. That's not worldwide, and that is for 1981. I tried to see what it beat and all that stuff, but I get like once you get before like 82, 83, the records are kind of choppy as far as like what won and what came in second, third place and stuff like that. Like they have the actual numbers, but they don't have the where everybody stood.
Right.
So I don't know. It was number 1 for a while, but I know it was also out over the course of 2 years. It came out in June of 81.
Wow.
But I did see that it was still out. I don't think it was re-released.
Holy shit.
It was still out in January of 82.
Wow, man. People were still
So-
going.
Yeah. Like it was like when it was out, like if you go on Box Office Mojo, you'll see only 2 weeks of records in June. So, but I'm like, there's no way it was up for just 2 weeks and then did a re-release.
How come the top's all blurry?
I don't know, just bad filmmaking.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably just this copy. But yeah, so So yeah, like the records just aren't there. And then when it's back in January, so like almost 6 months later, it's in 6th place.
Wow.
So I don't know if it was out that whole time. I really just don't know.
I love this scene.
It's so cool because it really makes
This is awesome.
like, to me, if they wanted to make the Indiana Jones TV show, like had they never made another movie and they just went with a TV show, this is the TV show. Is that somebody broke in and stole all of it. Or like
Michael Moore.
Yeah. Yeah, that I like
That's
that.
a good idea, actually, for well, because isn't this where Crystal Skull started? Isn't here? Weren't the new Nazis,
go here,
the Russians or whatever, freaking?
They go here to find the to find the first Crystal Skull. I like that. See, associate to Mr. Spielberg, Kathleen Kennedy, who has since become like the head of DreamWorks, and is
Spielberg's
still
the
like
man.
Yeah.
You
Or
know,
now, whatever she. Yeah.
What's his name? Corey Feldman has come out and said that if he ever named
Yeah.
the names of the people that
Yeah.
used him and Corey Haim, that he would be killed. And I just say to myself, please don't let it be Spielberg. It can't be Spielberg.
He was mad at Spielberg for dumb reasons, because I think I mentioned it before when they were doing the Friday the 13th thing. He was about to become like the star of Friday the 13th, and then he got scooped up by Spielberg to be in Goonies and Gremlins.
Yeah.
And then he's like, so I had this whole thing going and now I got to go do this thing. But it also, like, you couldn't really tell if he was like mad that he couldn't be the star of this, or if he was being kind of like ironic, like, oh, and then I had to go be in these dumb Spielberg movies. Right. You know? Ooh, the doctor was a doctor and it was Hodder. We're talking about Friday the 13th and Felicity Hodder.
Felicity Hodder.
We did it. I don't know what we did.
We did it. We connected it to Jason.
Yeah. Ooh, there was another to the second unit doctor.
Industrial Light and Magic. Anybody using them anymore? It's all Weta.
Just everybody.
It's Weta and them.
Yeah, Weta's the big one. Well, Weta's a big one, but Industrial Light and Magic still does way more than anybody else.
It does?
Yeah.
Yeah, all the shit you see, though, all the good ones is Weta.
Yeah.
They're the shit. Did you see friggin' Kurt Russell's face in the beginning of Guardians of the Galaxy?
Yeah.
How amazing was that?
Yeah, that was Industrial Light and Magic, though.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, there's no camera. What the shit? I
Sorry.
take back what I said, Industrial Light and Magic. I apologize. Suck it, Weta.
Yeah.
Weta.
Weta. Wet.
Weta. I wanted Weta.
Yeah.
Can you make it Weta? That's what Peter Jackson says on set all the time. People are like, what are you talking about? He's like rubbing himself. Can you make it Weta? You or what? Like,
yeah. I'll make it wicked Weta.
Be Real's in the booth, yo. That sounded just like Be Real from Cypress Hill.
Park my car in Harvard Yard, you queer.
Oh, no, now it's Kennedy.
No, that was a perfect Jason Bourne. or current Batman. That was all I wanted. I was like, I could give a shit whether or not the new Batman movies and all that stuff was gonna be good. I wanted him to just have the friggin' South Boston, like Southie accent. Oh, yeah, I just wanted to be.
I was like, well, because it's fucking it's Geely, man.
How do you like me now, Joker? Yeah. You fucking had on.
You fucking had on.
Like, it would have made me so happy.
Fucking hard on.
Ooh, that guy's name is spelled too close to Taliban to be in this movie, and his title is Monkey Man.
Where?
Oh, so he was the dude with the eye patch and stuff like that, and his last name was Tablian, but it's an anagram of Taliban. I'm just saying. Oh, good news, guys! This was filmed in Panavision.
Oh, thank God! I was worried. Rank Film Laboratories.
I'm always worried that the MPAA logo there. I'm always worried that if I look at it too long, it's going to like somehow hypnose me.
So how do you get that fucking thing, anyways? Wait, you show it off to them?
Well, you have no choice. You have no choice but to get an MPAA rating.
Do you have to pay to get your movie rated?
I don't think so.
So how do those guys get paid? By the studios or what?
Probably, yeah.
So I guess technically a weird biz.
Yeah. Well, it's unless they could be government, because I mean, for us, the CRTC does that stuff.
Is it like within the government of Hollywood?
Yeah. Well, no, but it would be like, because that could be U.S. Like
you have to be on the MPA. It's like jury duty. When you live in California, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta go rate this movie.
Yeah, because like the FCC does like radio and television, right?
Right.
So the MPAA would rate for
I'm
film.
gonna look into that actually.
All right.
I like that.
We'll look into that
I'm
later.
gonna look into the MPAA.
All right. So thank you so much. You heard the movie we're doing. I'm not going to say it again because we're going to say it next week, and then we're going to do it the following week. So you're just going to have to accept it because we have so many things that have nothing to do with Indiana Jones that we need to get out of our system before we do another movie.
You got that right.
So that's just how we roll.
Maybe in about 7-8 years we'll get to the next one.
Yeah, we'll get there.
Ah, what the hell, eh?
All right. Well, thank you guys so much. As always, reach out to us, podcast at miscastcommentary.com, Joe at miscastcommentary.com, Todd at miscastcommentary.com. We're both pointing at him. It's very visual.
I'm a visual learner.
Yeah. Find our Facebook page. Catch us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast. Special thanks to Cast Crunch and the Echo Project.
Who the hell is that? Who's that?
Through Twitter, they have been really helpful in when I've been posting things. They've been retweeting it and stuff like that.
Well,
It's been
thanks.
upping our
I like that.
listenership.
Thank you.
They've been very good. Actually, Cast Crunch reached out to me on Reddit.
Cool.
And they said, post your thing here over on our page.
Post our criminal records there.
So I did,
like a
and it's been quite helpful, and we thank you guys very much.
Thank you very much. I'll take any help I can get, sexually, emotionally, spiritually, physically, podcasty.
Yeah, Cast Crunch, if you have any sexual tips for Todd,
anything,
please post them on our
How
Twitter.
do I stop crying during and after
I
coitus?
told him to be dehydrated. Is the only way I've figured out to do it. It also like sucks me in. It makes me like, because right now I look like a fat piece of shit. But if I
wow, yeah, don't hold back.
But if I don't,
he does not look like what he said. He's a very handsome individual.
Thanks, baby. But if I dehydrate myself for 24 hours, like
wrestlers,
no, like Hugh Jackman. Then
is that a thing he does?
That's what he does for Wolverine to look all muscly and stuff. He
dehydrates
doesn't drink
himself.
water. I think it's even longer than 24 hours.
Sounds
or something like
awful.
That. Yeah, he says don't do it. He's like, it's not the thing to do. He's like, you go through so much pain and you go through all this, but he's like, I just want like those 2 or 3 topless shots of Wolverine to look like
jacked.
all veiny and like whatever, because he doesn't want to be he doesn't want to get giant.
Yeah, he just wants
but
to be
he wants
jacked,
his muscles
ripped.
to look defined.
Yeah, be super like veins jutting everywhere.
But so that's what exactly. But I look exactly like him in that scenario. When I dehydrate myself for 84 seconds.
You look like one of Hugh Jackman's bulging veins.
Yes.
Yeah, pulsate for me.
Exactly. Snicked. That was my penis.
Gear snip. That was mine. It's half robotic.
I like it. It's got a lightsaber on the end.
My penis races in the wacky races.
Muttley. I can't do it.
I'm gonna do it.
There we go. Oh, you can do it?
Drat. Oh, yeah, I was like, but
there we go. That works. All right, guys. So tune in next week. We'll have more for you because we always have more for you. Unless the world ends or the internet ends.
That's the only fucking thing that's going to stop us. Let me tell you.
We're not stopping. We're not stopping. Can't stop. Won't stop.
Yeah. Real shit.
All right, guys. We will see you next week. Thank you. Bye-bye.
It'd be like Irv Gotti hollering subliminals in the background.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.